type something. And if it doesn't give you the ability, let me know and I'll change your name.
I don't really want to change it. I like being me.
You can put a little surname down or surname. I think that's probably the. You can put like a byline and put your what's it called if you'd like your Twitter handle.
Cool. That would be good. How do I do
We're
that?
all about supporting other people here.
I don't
Let
even
me
see my name
rename
on
the
here.
show.
Yeah, I saw it. Ben, you click on your name and then there's like a little like thing. It says like subtitle right below. It's in white.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I don't see my name. Oh well. I'm on my phone, so like
Oh well,
probably why.
that'll do it. I'll add it for you while we're just running live right now.
You'd think a podcaster would know how to change work Riverside, but here we are. You know.
Yeah, you guys use Riverside too, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We do.
It's process.
You know, and I know we're just starting this show here, but I got to bring a topic up for discussion that was just had in my fantasy baseball group chat. I
Okay, let me
had
hear it.
a Dodger fan who was calling Manny Machado a bum, and then I had another guy who was arguing with the first guy, saying Manny Machado is not a bum, but Bryce Harper and Juan Soto are both bums. And I'm like, in reality, none of these guys are bums. So like, why are you even having this discussion?
What's the definition there? Like, what are they? What's the
That's a great
expectation
question.
level for them from a playing perspective? Like, what do they? What do they want those guys to be if they're calling what they've done so far them being a bum? I just
That's
can't.
a
I can't
that's a
understand
great
that.
question. I can't understand it either. I have no idea what the mark is, but it's like Barry Bonds esque talent that they have to have, or else they're just bums.
Well, got to be Barry. If you got to be Barry Bonds, then we got a lot of bad hitters in this league.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we are very blessed in today's day and age to be able to watch guys like, you know, Jaron Duran and
Oh yeah.
Wilyer Abreu and Carlos Narvaez just absolutely take the Yankees to the woodshed today.
I will say this, and this is what I think is probably the most impressive thing about the Red Sox is like people will talk about guys like a Carlos Narvaez or a Jaron Duran like they're a step below the elite talents of the game. These
Right.
guys are so talented, they very well could be next level elite players in the next couple of years. Jaron Duran has that talent level. He's just on a team that is filled with other guys that are also playing at a very high level right now. There's also younger guys behind them that are playing at a really high level. It's just like we are so lucky to watch, like truly, actually, we are so lucky to watch guys at such a high level of talent.
Well, I mean, you look at, I mean, Jaron Duran specifically. You know, he had, if I'm not mistaken, an 8 WAR or 8 WAR season last year, and I'm not saying he's going to be that guy like consistently, but he put up what 3.5, 4 this year. Like, I mean, the dude is a stud, and you know, Red Sox fans, they kind of give him a lot of flack a lot of times too, but he's a very good ball player. Carlos Narvaez, you know, I better not see a bad word about Carlos Narvaez, or we're gonna have problems, because that guy right there has just come up and shown out all year. And then Willier, I mean, Willier's just a dog. That guy just wants to play ball, and he's good
Well,
at every facet of the game.
I think it's so wild. They've built themselves such a nice platoon in right
Mm.
field with him and Ref Snyder. I
Yeah,
mean, we talked about it right at the beginning of the year that was what they were mainly going to play. But like Willier could go anywhere, and if you give him enough at bats, is probably playing just fine lefty on lefty.
yeah, yeah. I would say. I mean, even if he hits like 240 against lefties, okay, let him hit 240 and hit about, you know, 5, 6, 7 bombs a year against a lefty, and you'll take that from an everyday Gold Glove standard right fielder. Let's
Yeah,
not forget that, because he is phenomenal in the outfield.
That play left that
But
was scary, and I think it's the eighth.
What's that?
Did you see last night? I think it was the 8th when he overran Rafaela. But I called him off.
Yes.
That was
This
so
is.
scary.
I will say this. I said that. I think I tweeted this. Like, I'd rather that because Rafael is such an astute fielder. He saw Willier coming in and backed off. Like, I'd rather have two guys coming in for a ball than them look at each other and let it drop between them, because that would have tied the game at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm okay if Willier wants to be a super aggressive right fielder if he's going to catch the ball.
Right.
Like, if he's not going to catch the ball and he's just going to get in the way, then it becomes a problem.
I felt so bad for Jaron this year too, a lot of times, because I mean, he is one of the most athletic people on that team, but he played not a very good left field for quite a while for the Red Sox. And like, I think it was against the Cubs. He had an absolutely horrific series defensively. Like, was letting balls go over his head, not catching up to balls that he absolutely should have caught up to. I mean, he's much better than what he showed this year in the field.
Ryan disagrees with me about this all the time, and like Jason Dominguez got tons of heat for this. Playing left field, if you're naturally a center fielder or right fielder, is so difficult. I personally think seeing the ball off the bat as an outfielder is as easy as it gets in right field. More times than not, you're seeing right-handed hitters. 9 times out of 10, the ball is coming off with backspin and going towards the line. So whether it's in the gap, it's coming back towards you, or it's going to the line, it's going away from you. There's very few times where a ball gets hit to your left and it's coming back towards you. And it's really only if you have a lefty who stays inside the ball and yanks one down the line, which again doesn't really happen unless the ball goes a million miles up into the air.
Right.
So, like, there's so few things that can happen. Whereas playing left field, seeing so many right-handed hitters, they get around the ball, they hit it off the end of the bat, they get under it. So many different things can happen. Totally screws me up.
Yeah, it looks like we got ball game started, actually.
Yeah, baby. First couple of pitches are in. This is going to be a tough one for the Red Sox again. Just, they do not hit lefties well.
No, but they don't have many right-handed power bats in that lineup. I mean, Breggy, of course, but other than him, Rafaela is not the best hitter, obviously, in the league, unless he has, like, the bottom of the ninth, bases juiced down 3 or something. Like, Rafaela just refuses to hit normally. Breggy's good, but Jaron's lefty. Trevor Story, Trevor Story has been playing such good ball this year, and I'm so happy for Trevor Story.
He's just not as powerful against lefties.
Right.
It's just what it is.
Right. Yeah.
But that being said, I still think he's probably one of your more valuable assets in the lineup. Romy Gonzalez is really, I think, your top tier. If a guy's going to show up, now would be the time type of player in their lineup.
Yeah.
He's batting fourth. He's going to be in a situation more than likely where one of the 3 guys in front of him are on base. Or if Sogard plays well again, will turn the lineup over and potentially put himself in a good position. But Rodon's been good this year, man. I mean, his velo is back up. He's mixing his off speed really well. He's going to keep the ball down and in the ballpark. He's going to do everything you want him to do tonight.
Yeah.
1 down already.
Yeah, that was quick.
Also, I was opening my big mouth and talking the whole time, but I don't think I gave you a chance to introduce us or anything or open.
No, I didn't. You know what? I'm so bad at that to begin with. I usually do that on our live shows. I just jump right into it and talk for a little while. But for those joining us, we have Ben Weaver, known on Twitter at Weaver_cards from the Tomahawk Talk pod, or just the general Braves fan base. If you see him out there on Twitter, interact with him, socialize with him. And Andrew, I'm going to get it wrong. Did you say Langerman?
Yeah.
Nailed it. Nice. At Baseball Today 03 on Twitter. Go give him a follow. Always puts out good content. Don't hold against him that he is a Dodgers fan. It is what it is. but it'll at least keep this live somewhat neutral. I think I'm the only one who really cares much about Yankees or Red Sox in a general discussion. In the playoffs, I think everybody just hopes it's not the Yankees.
I don't know, man. I follow the Red Sox pretty closely throughout the entire year. I listen to Section 10 podcast, every episode. Listen to Baseball is Dead, and obviously, Jared Carabas, he hosts both of those, but he's a big Red Sox guy, and he's gotten me to just really enjoy Red Sox baseball.
There's something about Red Sox baseball that I think has always felt like, I think it feels the way that Yankees fans think Yankees baseball feels to everyone. I think that's the best way I could, like, it's almost like Red Sox baseball is almost like mythical because they had the World Series drought for so long. They had the curse. They have now 75 different documentaries. Like, I think for a long time, people have always thought about the Red Sox as like this underdog story. And I think everybody's thought about the Yankees like, the big bad wolf. And I think it's more of like, if you play into that hand, people are just going to be more bothered by it than anything. If you kind of own the fact that, yes, you have 27 world championships, but in the reality of the way rosters are constructed now and money gets spent now, you have like 3 real ones within the last modern era. I mean, you wouldn't talk so much, but it is what it is. I don't hate the Yankees that much.
I dislike the Yankees, but I'm 28, so like they've won, let's see, 4 World Series in my lifetime. So they won in 98, 99, 2000, and then again in 09. But like the first 3, I don't remember those. I wasn't really paying attention to ball like that back then. But 2009, I remember that, and it's like, okay, they won that. Oh well, they haven't really. They've spent a lot of money, sure. I remember growing up and Mark Teixeira and Alex Rodriguez and Derek Jeter and all the CC Sabathia. They were signing these guys to big term contracts, and it's like, really, what are you winning? You got the one in 09, but what have you done since then?
I remember 96, but like I remember not like I remember it because I was 1 year old, but like I remember the resultancy of it amongst Yankees and Orioles because of the ALCS and Jeffrey Mayer stealing a home run away and it getting like reviewed and them still saying that like the kid who reached completely over the wall and caught a ball over, who was it, Albert Bell? Who was playing right field for the Orioles? Tony Tarasco. Yeah. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Like caught the ball and you're like, I remember from that point, like when I was growing up, like leaning on that as almost a hatred of like, these are those guys. These are those guys. They're always in the mix of winning games, but they always seemingly are doing something wrong in it. And you get a little older and A-Rod comes and then it's, A-Rod smacking the ball out of Beckett's glove and him yelling, I got it, when he's going second to third on a pop-up. And like, they always just seem to play into the villain. And I don't know that that's really ever stopped for most baseball fans like my age. But like Andrew, I feel like for your age group, there's almost a sense that the Dodgers are becoming the villain. But again, it's when you win, you get the target put on your back. It's just the way it goes in this league. It's the way it goes in everything, but especially in MLB baseball or in Major League Baseball.
And what I just feel like with that is like I feel like the Yankees aren't the team that like everyone wants to be like anymore. Like this isn't like the old days.
Yeah, no, I agree. The Dodgers are what every fan base wishes their team would do, right? I want the Orioles this offseason to go open the checkbook like the Dodgers do and go sign everybody they can and build out tons of depth. Because let's face it, the difference between the Dodgers this year and a team like the Orioles was that when the Orioles got hurt, they had nobody to back up and take those guys' place. When the Dodgers got hurt, they had put enough depth across their roster that they could fill those gaps. Now, again, you also have 2 or 3 other guys on that team that get you over the hump. But think about that. Think about that offense that truly did not hit the ball well for a good stretch of the season. Mookie Betts was a below-average hitter for a while. Freddie Freeman was a below-average hitter for a while. Max Muncy started the season as a below-average hitter until he got glasses, right? Like, you had stretches where guys were not playing well, but you had enough depth across your roster to kind of take advantage of what you had. Whereas some other teams, and the Braves were also similarly snake bitten in this, that like when other guys weren't doing the thing, there was nobody else to pick up the slack.
As far as go, I live Braves baseball.
That's not just me, right?
No, I'm hearing it that way too. You're going in and out.
Oh no.
I'm so interested to see how Bello throws tonight.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you better now.
I think Bayo's gonna have a good night.
Ben, you're going just slightly in and out. Andrew, what's Bayo been like his last like 10 starts? I feel like he's been better.
I was just looking at that. I mean, I know. Let's see. His last 5. Okay, so his last 5, he's given up 15 runs, 5.4 ERA. He faced the Yankees. There's that final series. He gave up 4 over 5. But that time before, remember, he went 7 shutout.
Yeah.
He had a great August. He had a great summer, actually. I'm looking right now. Yeah, June, July, and August was very, very good.
It's so fascinating because he has an electric fastball when it's good, but when it's not, and Andrew Bailey doesn't love using it, he loves using his breaking stuff. He doesn't. Like the fastball gets hit all over the ballpark. I don't know. Looks like we finally got a base hit. We got a guy on base.
Yeah, the guy in my jersey right now.
I am not shocked by Cody Bellinger's season this year. I'm excited about it because I think this is going to be who he is for the next 4 or 5 years. I think we got an unreasonably good Bellinger very early on with the Dodgers, and then the league started to figure him out. He started to deal with some injury stuff, had a really good year in Chicago, and that's why Ben Rice should have been in the lineup last night.
Yeah, that's gone.
Just like that. And look at that, an 87-mile-an-hour cutter that just runs into the barrel. That was supposed to be away, and boy, did that hang. Jeff Passel just tweeted, and that's why you play Ben Rice.
Can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah, I got you now. I meant to ask you this. Is that an actual brick wall in your house, or is that like a Zoom background?
No, it's just a background from Riverside.
Okay. You know what? I just could never tell, and I kept wanting to ask you, so now I get to ask you. Yeah, it's a home run in 13 of 30 ballparks. That's devious of ESPN putting that on the broadcast.
Golly, man.
I hate cutters into lefties because if you don't get it in,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I feel like. I feel the same thing about sinkers away to lefties. Like sinkers away to lefties is so easy for them to just lay the barrel on it and shoot it the other way. It stays in the ballpark a lot more, but it's such an easy pitch to hit.
I don't know the metrics on it, but I feel like a sinker away would play right into Cody Bellinger's bat path too. Like the way he swings the bat, he could absolutely launch a sinker away or a change away or something.
You know who would crush a sinker away is Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Just to left center. Yeah.
He's seen do it. I've seen him do it how many times now?
Yeah, 1,000 times. It's what he does. I do think Freddie Freeman's probably the next guy we see to reach 3,000 hits.
You think he's going to get there?
Yeah, I mean, why would he stop playing as long as he can just keep knocking balls into left center?
Yeah, but How many is he away right now? Because I think he's like 700 away.
No, he's not that
He's
many away. He's
at-
five. He's like 569 away. It's quick math for you guys.
5, 6.
Just
Yeah,
pulled
he's
that up there.
20. He's like 2,400 basically.
Yeah, he's got 24, 30, 31,
Yeah.
569. Say he averages.
He's 36. I don't know.
Hey, he's got to play till he's 40. But look, you're talking about a guy
All he's
who's,
got to do is get like 140 hits a year for the next 4 years.
and you're talking about a guy who's no, but you're talking about a guy who's averaged 181 hits a year. Even last year when he was hurt a little
Yeah.
bit, and this year when I would say he was somewhat down, still had 164 hits this year. And there was a stretch where he
Yeah,
couldn't
he
hit
can
the ball.
average 130. 100.
And I think when you get guys in the game that are close enough, people will keep giving you a contract. It's about whether or not he wants to go after the number. I think.
Yeah. I truly think that Freddie, after his contract is up, that will come back for one more year with before he retires. So about 1 more year and try to make up bitter taste.
We got to send this guy a Venmo for some Wi-Fi. My Lord. I also think if you let Freddie
Oh
play,
no!
I think if
Going
you
back
let
out
Freddie,
again.
yeah. So I'm looking at this right now. Active leaders and home runs. Like this just puts into perspective how good Aaron Judge is. Look at active leaders and home runs. Stanton's got 453 in 7,100, almost 7,200 plate appearances. Judge is less than 100 home runs from Stanton. He's probably like, what is this, 90, 94 home runs away from Stanton right now. He's done it in over 2,100 less plate appearances. Judge has hit 368 home runs in 5,000 plate appearances. Freddie Freeman has hit one less home run than Aaron Judge in 4,300 more plate appearances. I mean, it's crazy how often he hits home runs.
That's
Wait,
never
so
been
Ben, you think he's gonna retire a Brave?
Freddie's game though.
Freddie, yeah, I think
Yeah.
Freddie comes back and retires a Brave. Absolutely.
I think, yeah. He signed a year deal with Atlanta at the tail end.
I think if I was Atlanta, when his deal runs out with the Dodgers, I would be happy to sign him on a 1-year deal with maybe even a team option where he's just my platoon DH and just let him take really good at bats, great clubhouse presence, works well in the city of Atlanta. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't, right? I mean, I feel like it'd be an easy ad. Yeah, Rodon working the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, he looks good.
God,
Who
Volpe just confusing the hell out of the cameraman there. Oh my God.
Who is slated for a potential Game 3 for Boston?
For Boston,
I saw a bunch of names. Yeah, I saw a
Connolly?
bunch of names.
Connolly Early or Kyle Harrison. And if it's not Connolly Early and it is Kyle Harrison, I would say I'd be very angry if I was a Red Sox fan.
I almost feel like you should have started one of them today and pushed Bayo back for
Yeah.
Game 3. I think that's what the Cubs were waiting to do. I think that's why I think that's what they were waiting to announce because he wanted to see how Game 1 went.
I would like to figure out. There we go.
Is Jackson joining?
Yeah, he will be soon. ETSU had a. There we go. Now you can see our faces. ETSU had an inter squad today, so Jackson is working that. Is that
Is he like the
practice?
TrackMan guy?
He is the data analytics guy. I don't know. There's probably a better title, but he's the data analytics guy for all of their pitching staff. Works directly for their pitching coach. Let's see if he's on the ETSU baseball roster. Let's see that. Maybe that'll give us a title. If he's at the bottom of it. See if they put him on there.
Yeah, I mean,
They did. They did not. They did not.
Georgia
Now I feel like
Tech's-
they did not. Now I feel like I'm gonna have to tell him to let them know that that needs to happen. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way for me to like shrink these, right? Maybe I can't while we're live. Oh well. Yeah, now I gotta say something about it because he should definitely be on there.
Yeah, I
on
have a
that
friend from
baseball
high
roster.
school. He's the for Georgia Tech. He's like their trackman guy.
That's sick.
Jamison Tyone will start Game 3 of the Wild Card Series. That's official.
Say that one more time.
I said Tyone is going to start tomorrow. That's official as of right now.
Okay, yeah, I was curious about that.
Versus looks to be
Tyone
Darvish.
versus. Yeah, I was
Looks
gonna
to
say
be
it's got to be
Darvish.
Darvish.
And I'm assuming Michael King will be first out.
Michael King looked really good in the what was the final game of the season? 2 days before the season ended, he threw.
Yeah, versus Arizona.
He looked very good. His
Yeah,
stuff was there. He just been dealing with injury this year.
I think Darvish. I don't know. I think if the Cubs offense shows up, I think they're in a good spot. Especially, yeah, if
Yeah,
Mason
the
Miller's
problem is the guy
unavailable.
playing really good. The problem is the guy playing center field defense right now couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
Yeah, I saw something earlier, but I want to make a post about his fall off because I think that needs to be like reviewed because I remember
it is pretty crazy.
I remember this summer when fans were trying to say he's gonna win MVP over Otani, and everyone and like all the ball knowers were like he's gonna fall off, like it's not sustainable. I mean he's got a
was
great
pretty
glove,
easy.
he's fast, but I mean that bat needs a lot of work.
So he's 0 for 6 with 5 Ks so far in the first 2 games.
I want to
Not
see
great.
his swing like spray chart has to be horrible. The amount of pitches he swings at in the dirt.
Oh, it's crazy. Jackson always says like he would be the perfect guy to game plan around. Like the first thing they would say to their pitchers is like, don't put it anywhere near the zone early in the
Yeah,
count.
started as a strike and he's swinging.
Yeah. Always.
But
Yeah, I mean, I
Kyle
think I'd
Tucker
throw.
needs to get going too.
It's so hard. He hasn't played. Just hasn't played a lot. He's just been hurt. It's crazy. What a sneaky 2020 season, considering how much he hasn't played.
Who, Tucker?
Yeah.
What do you think his market value is now?
He's dealt with injury. I don't know. I mean, it's so hard, right? Because there was a point where everybody was like, "Oh, it's 500 million," and now it's like,
I mean, going into the season, that was the number, but I
Yeah.
can't imagine he gets that now.
I mean, he's still gonna give. I mean, he's how old?
Yeah.
20, 28, 29?
28, yeah, 28, 29.
So you start thinking about how long you're actually going to sign him for. He is 28 years old. How long are you going to sign him for? Likelihood is he's probably going to get a 10-year deal,
10.
take him through. I mean, 350.
I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think 400 is probably the ceiling.
Here's why I think it might be 350 is because I think it's going to be a lower AAV and he's going to end up getting a larger signing bonus because I think what you're going to see from a lot of high-profile free agents this offseason is big signing bonuses. That way they get the money
The lockout,
if there's a
yeah.
lockout. So I could
Yeah.
see his total number going down, but a lot more up front. So you say 350 and maybe make it like an absurdly high signing bonus like Vlad's was.
Yeah, no,
That's
that makes
probably
total sense.
that's probably the right number in my head. I don't know. There's really not a lot to compare it to other than like Trout and Harper. When did Harper sign his big deal?
After the 2018 season.
So he would have been, and he was young in general.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's,
he would have
he's
been
what,
26.
325?
Yeah, he would have been 26. He's 32 right now. He's 7 years into a 13-year deal. Is that what he signed?
Volpe just did something. No, double play.
There it is.
He signed a 13-year deal?
Looking, yeah, it was 13,330. But again, that was
Which
before the
in-
numbers were so much bigger.
Yeah. What
Um,
was and Manny was 10 years. What, 310 maybe?
Manny was, I'll look it up in 1 sec. I want to see. Harper had collected a 27.7 WAR from 2012 to 2018 before he signed his contract. Kyle Tucker, up to this point, pre-contract, he has put together 27.3. So about the same, with accounting for numbers being elevated and potentially him only getting a 10-year deal with more money up front. You could probably see something even closer to like 10 for 315 potentially if you want to go off of like what Harper got.
Yeah. Bellinger's a free agent, right? I believe so.
I thought he had one more year of his contract that had to get paid in that
I feel like he's
trade.
an opt-out or something. Let's see.
Keeping track of all these is a mess. Manny signed an 11-year, 350.
Yeah, no, Bellinger's a free agent. Yeah, so
You know
he's
where
gonna
he'd
enter
fit?
he'll be 30. I mean, he could easily get a 5-6 year deal.
Sure. You know where he'd fit really well is probably in Tampa. They need uh, a strong bat in the outfield right now. But
I
I
don't know.
still,
I feel like if they're gonna spend money, I don't think it'd be on a guy who's been a little bit up and down his
and probably not
career.
on a guy who's 31. It just depends on how
Yeah.
long. It depends on how long of a contract Bellinger thinks he's going to get. He's a Boris
Mm.
guy, so he'll be looking for something that potentially takes him through age 36, 37. It's going to be
So
tough to find somebody that's going to be
he's a
willing to
player
pay that,
option. He's a player option for 25 mil, but I imagine he's not taking that.
as well as he's played.
I think
I would think
he'll hit
not.
the market. Yeah. Is Tucker a Boris guy? I don't think
Yes.
so, right?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he
he
is.
is.
I'm almost positive that's why he hasn't signed an extension. Jeez, are you angry at your keyboard there? Excel Sports
I
Management.
don't.
He is not a
Yeah,
Boris
so
guy.
he's not a Boris guy.
That's good news for fans of teams that want him to stick around, notably the Cubs. I mean, it's hard because for a long time there, I was thinking that Jed Hoyer was like basically just playing with whatever he had because it really didn't matter. And then he stuck around and signed an extension, and now I think he's like, all right, well now I got to figure out what I'm going to do around Kyle Tucker. And it's funny because the Red Sox were able to snag Crochet on an extension, but the Cubs still haven't been able to do that with Kyle Tucker. I'm just curious how that all shakes out.
Bregman has a player option too. Do you think he's going to opt out?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Because
And then
I think
Alonso's
Bregman.
on
I
the
think the way
market.
he's played this year, he's opened himself up to the ability to get more than people would have
Maybe.
given him last year. I think he'll get a
I hope he
longer
stays in
deal.
Boston. I think he's a perfect fit in Boston, and I hope they re-sign him.
I agree.
Um,
I think it makes a lot of sense for him there. I think that he's worth the money that they want to spend. I wouldn't be shocked if before he declined his player option, if they had conversations and maybe figured out a contract. Mainly because the Red Sox know what they're spending for the next 6 to 8 years with all these other contracts they have. Like two of their top two arms, basically, with Bello and Crochet are locked up. They've got a bunch of outfielders locked up. They've got Rafaela locked up. I mean, there's plenty of known entities within their organization right now, or at least financially within their organization. I don't know. This is a big spot. This is a big spot
This is
for
a big pitch.
Rafaela
Yeah, I
here.
was just about to say this is a big pitch.
That's a tough one to miss. It's a tough one to foul off.
What was your thoughts on Boone pulling Fried last night? I saw that was big on Twitter today.
I just couldn't. I mean, you're a pitcher. You've been in this situation before. You've been on the bench when you hear coaches talk about what they're going to do. I have to imagine, like, and the way I always think about it is, if you're going to send him out,
We walked him.
Yeah, he did. Jeez. First and second, now you got Sogard coming up. This is what I was talking about before, right? Sogard's going to come up and they're potentially going to turn the lineup over to these guys with runners on base. Do you bunt here with Sogard?
I think you have to with the top of the lineup coming up.
I think you have to, right? I think you give Sogard one to give Sogard one for himself and then one for the team if he doesn't get it down.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying, I think the conversation there is like, if we're going to send him back out there, he's going until he gets himself in trouble. You have a 1-0 lead. The worst case scenario you're going to let him give up is a solo shot. As soon as that happens, he's done. As soon as he walks a guy, he's done. As soon as he gets a base hit, he's done. Wow. I told you he's going to get one for himself. He's going to get one for himself, and he took advantage of it. Oh. I don't even know who I mean, Rodon's got to make a better throw, but Jazz leaving the bag is brutal there.
You saw a video of it?
Yeah, I got the game up on my iPad next to me. He threw it. Oof. He just dumped it into the ground. Like you let Fried go until he doesn't do the thing, right? So he gets Duran out, and then Rafaela comes up, who's hitting 220 against lefties all year, no pop, and you're like, okay, well, I get that his velo is down, I get that all that, but like he's already put Rafaela in a blender 3 straight at bats. The chances are Fried's got a lot of confidence going into this at bat, and worst case scenario, Rafaela ties the game. But absolutely nobody's going to be questioning you leaving Fried out there in that moment against that hitter. But then you bring in Luke Weaver, who to me feels like he's been less trustworthy this year comparatively to 100%. Other years. Like when you've got, and I don't even like using this name, but when you've got Doval in the pen, you've got Bednar in the pen, you've got Williams in the pen, you got Tim Hill in the pen. Why are you going to Luke Weaver in that situation? Like Luke Weaver to me right now is an up 3, down 3, 7th inning or earlier type of arm. Once you get past the 7th or you get into the 7th,
ooh, good pitch.
You're talking about somebody else. Wow.
Yeah, I also think what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was talking to a bunch of my team today. It wouldn't have. I guess it wouldn't really. It doesn't really matter in the end because Boston ended up scoring 3. But I think it was just a perfect example that Yoshida hit of just classic Yankees baseball. When I believe it was Sogard. Sogard was the guy to score, right? The tying run or the go ahead.
Yeah.
When like he should not be. Do you remember his hit in the right center? He should not be on second base. They should have been able to keep him at first. Should have been first and third, one out. But that's just classic Yankees baseball. He dogged his route to the ball, and
it's so hard, right? Like Judge is such a big body. Like you can't expect Judge is moving much faster on a ball like that. But like if you're a Grisham, and you know Judge's arm, and you know the situation. And, like, I dealt with this when I was in college and I was playing right field. Our center fielder's arm was not in good shape. Every single time we were in a situation, I would look over and say, ball in the gap is mine. Ooh. Like, you're running to be a backup. Oh, boy.
Trevor Story, baby.
Career with the bases loaded. He's a 346 hitter. Good Lord. Yeah, that's a bad slider. Hanger. That's a really bad slider against Story. He's lucky that ball went into center and not over the wall. Had no chance. Rafaela scored on that before it even got to third. My Lord. But I look at situationally, I just look at it and I'm like, if you're a Grisham there, you've got to understand what's happening. You know who's at the plate. The guy who's at the plate literally took second base. Took second base on you on a ball that was in the middle of center field. He tagged up earlier in the game on a ball that he shouldn't have tagged up.
You cannot let him get to second base there.
No.
Like even if the throw is bad, I think if you sprint the ball and like you don't even have to take a crow hop. If you just throw the ball in, I think that keeps him at first base. Just the sense of him seeing the throw coming in, even if it's off target. I still think that keeps him at first base.
And Ben, who was with us at the beginning from Tomahawk Talk, was not able to stay on with us. His internet was struggling, but he did say when we started that the guys that were going to have to make things happen were Trevor Story and Jarren Duran. He was right. Jarren Duran started that whole rally. Jarren Duran started that whole rally, and then, of course, following up, Trevor Story has the big hit to tie it up. And then the guy that I said grounds into a double play. Sick. That tracks. That makes sense. What was the I wrote this down for our podcast episode this past week. I had talked about the ground ball rate for Max Fried was 52.4%. What do you think it is for Carlos Rodon?
Without looking it up?
Yeah, without looking it up.
You said Fried was what?
52%. Which is crazy.
I'm going to say 38.
43.5%. And for, sake of, standard, Garrett Crochet is 48.3%. So, listen, this is the place if you're going to pitch in any ballpark and be a ground ball guy, this is the ballpark to do it in. But that being said, 52% for Fried and 43% for Rodon is high.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Now, you also want to build a infield around that. Until they got Ryan McMahon, I would not say that was the case. Ryan McMahon, how's he been doing as a Yankee? I feel like not great.
I haven't
This
heard
has not been his
about
best
him.
year.
Yeah, the bat was down when he got traded.
Yeah, he's always been just like any other guy playing for the Rockies. I think he's always been a splits guy between home and away, and now you're just making him hit away. Yeah, he's always been a .216 career hitter away with way less power.
I feel like he's been linked to the Yankees for the last
Oh my
6
God,
seasons.
forever.
Every year, trade deadline season, you hear Ryan McMahon to the Yankees.
Forever. Yeah, he's played 155 games this year, 154 of them at third base. This year with the Yankees, find a game log. That's be the easiest way to do it. Fangraphs sometimes just does not make it easy to find information. Sometimes it's great. I think I'm more of a Fangraphs guy than a
Savant.
Cameron Maben now chimed in on my tweet, and he said, "See, this is what I was saying, and this is what I agree with." He said, "I could get wood on a bullet if I knew it was coming. Give me the heater, Ricky." See, that's what I think it is, right? I'd rather see 104 from Mason Miller than I would see 94 away, but from Greg Maddux, because I know 94 away I'm going to give up on before it gets to the dish, and then it's going to run back over the outer edge. That's my feeling. Those of you watching, and feel free to answer in chat. But I posed this question out there on Twitter, and I'm curious people's answer. Would you rather, if you're a right-handed hitter facing a right-handed pitcher?
Uh-oh.
There you go, Ryan McMahon.
Oh, I thought that
McMahon
said in-play runs.
Oh, could you imagine? We talked about Ryan McMahon not hitting well. He just put one out. Ryan McMahon with a single, though. That's the last thing Bello needs, right? You tie the game up. The first thing you want to do after that is get a shutdown inning. He needs to get a ground ball here from Grisham.
Is that a 9-hitter?
Yeah, it is. Turn the lineup over.
What happened with? Sorry. You want to?
No. Keep going. What were you gonna ask?
I haven't followed the Yankees too much. Jason Dominguez, is he hurt?
Let's see where
He didn't play last night.
No, he's just on the bench. I just think he hasn't been that great.
Yeah.
Because you'd think that would have been a platoon bat that you wouldn't have to worry about, but I guess not. You got to get a ground ball here from Grisham. That's the sinker away I was talking about. Like if Grisham does swing at that, I mean he doesn't use the backside of the field a ton, but like if that's the one, that's like you're gonna get a ground ball on that down where it was more than anything. Did he just roll one?
I think he just rolled one.
Wow, force out. Who knew Grisham could get down the line that fast? Oh, if you see where the ball was hit, you'll see Story couldn't.
Yeah, I see that.
Couldn't throw. What a nice slide by Ryan McMahon. Okay, so for the chat, this is the question I would pose to you. Would you rather see 104 from Mason Miller low and away, or would you rather see Greg Maddux 94-96 throwing it away, running back in over the plate? I am more of the mentality that if I'm facing Greg Maddux, there's probably no way I'm swinging at that pitch. Whereas if it's Mason Miller, I would rather look dumb and it be a slider away because I know I can hit a fastball that's straighter. If I'm a big leaguer, I'm not saying I could hit Mason Miller right now. I want to clarify that. I'm not. I mean, listen, there's guys in the league I do feel that about, but I don't think Mason Miller is one of those. Miles Michaelis? You asked me if I got 100 at bats against Miles Michaelis. Do I think I could get a hit? I think I could get many hits. I don't think I'd like hit 30. I don't think I'd hit 300 against him, but like I think I could hit 150. I think I get 15 knocks and 100 at bats.
I don't know if I'm getting a hit, but I'm for sure putting the ball in play. 100 bats off Michaelis.
I love what Bello just did there.
Sophomore year of high school.
I love that pitch location from Bello. You got to throw Judge hard in. You can't throw anything soft to him. He's not going to swing at the stuff low and away. You got to work it away and down and away so that he is more like it changes his eye lines and then just push it in. If you get it out over the plate, he's going to put it. If you get hard stuff out over the plate, he's going to hit it into the. Is Bello done?
Yeah, Coro's walking out.
What is going on in this league?
Wow.
28 pitches. 2 1/3.
Who is... I didn't even see anyone warming up.
Justin Wilson's coming in. We're just going bullpen game now.
Wow. And that is risky, assuming that you don't really have a starter tomorrow. Like, at least someone that... I assume that you trust Bayo.
No, you'll go Connolly early.
Yeah, but I feel like you trust Bayo to get more length than...
Listen,
Connolly.
if this was your plan... here's what I'll say. If your plan was that Bello was going to have a short leash, start with an opener. Try and get through the first half of the lineup with Justin Wilson. Don't bring him in a tough situation when Bello's been getting through the lineup okay. Also, I swear to God.
He made one bad pitch.
I swear to God. Why? Wasn't even a bad pitch to Aaron Judge. To Ben
No,
Rice.
to
Ben
Rice.
Ben Rice.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But also, let him get to Ben Rice. Let him throw to Bellinger. Bellinger is a reverse splits hitter. Why do we keep bringing left-handed pitchers in to throw to Cody Bellinger? What are we doing?
Especially, I don't think Wilson's a sinker baller.
I mean,
I feel like all these managers just I just think this is over managing. It paid off earlier, but I still don't think Mike Schilt pulling Cease is the right move.
I mean,
Who were we
listen,
talking about yesterday.
Council did it the day before.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah, Council pulling Boyd. Wow, I mean that is a short leash.
Yeah, Hagen said it in chat too. Like, you just could have just thrown sinkers all day. I mean, Bello gets ground balls. I don't think throwing the cutter to Ben Rice was good, but this is why, right? So Justin Wilson's a high whiff guy. He's throwing a four-seam that is averaging 18 to 19 inches of IVB, but he's 47% fastball, pretty evenly split between righties and lefties for fastball slider. He throws a cutter, throws a splitter. Splitter, he's not going to throw a ton. If he's going to throw it, he's going to throw it to righties, not throwing it to lefties, which my guess is that's the pitch he leaves a little higher in the zone. But, yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
This is for Hagen out there. How about our boy Tommy Edman? Just picking up right where he left off last
Picking
year
up
in the
right where he
playoffs.
left off, dude. That's what he does. It's crazy. That's what he does in the playoffs, man. He just shows up, pounds the baseball. I saw Kike was on somebody's podcast and they were asking him about like how good he's gotten.
I don't get it. It's just just his focus level. He just flips a switch.
He said
in playoff time.
like when he
it
was
almost
younger.
feels like that's all he cares about. Like he just could care less about the regular season anymore.
What he said he said like when he was younger, like early guy in the league, somebody said to him like, pick something that you can be known for. And he was like, if I could be known for being a guy that like plays well at the end of the season and into October, like I'm gonna try and make that my thing. But like you have to get there. You have to be a guy who's like in that. And you know who was that guy for a while? Was Chris Taylor.
Yep.
He was that guy very early on, and then just like fell off a table.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I think it's the same thing with Bueller. I mean, Bueller's specifically said it in multiple interviews, but he said like the playoffs is the only thing he cares about. Like the regular season just doesn't matter to him. It's just that level of focus switches, and I think now Kike is solidified to where, what did he hit 210 this year? I mean, he could hit $150, and they're gonna roll him out there on the playoff roster just because of the track record.
Well, this is what I was talking about with pitchers the other day with the Dodgers bullpen. Like, who do you trust if you're Dave Roberts? Do you trust the guys who did it last year and have been in that situation before, or do you trust a guy like Roki who's never been there and on the biggest stages that he's pitched in the big leagues hasn't really shown up? Like, I'm
super hesitant with Roki just because of
Yeah.
the fact that sure he's looked great. We've seen him twice. We've seen him twice since when did he get hurt? May?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was.
Like I just can't imagine throwing him in a 2-1 game in the 8th inning when he's come up twice. When you have a guy, they haven't shown up, but like I still think like Trinan and Vesia, like those are your two guys. Like you're gonna live and die with them.
I think like last night is such a hard conundrum if you are Dave Roberts, because you have a 10-2 lead, 8-2 lead, whatever it was, and
It was 10-2.
It was 10-2, and you bring in Vesia, and I think there's the side of like it's the postseason. I got to get this guy right. I got to get this guy going, and so you put him in that situation to have what should be a lower leverage, easier opportunity to get through, and instead you also could have put in Roki and said, hey man, postseason baseball, giving you a really easy opportunity to just come in here and be aggressive and shove, and you go with Vesia and Vesia doesn't do well. And you can't look at it and be like, wow, that ball's roped. You can't look at it and be like, well, Vesia, maybe he'll do better in a higher leverage situation. Like, how do you comfortably, and now when you're in a higher leverage situation, how do you comfortably put Roki in? Because you don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You really backed yourself into.
I'd imagine if tonight is close that Emmett Sheehan will be first out.
Yeah, it was nice they didn't have to
Yamamoto.
use him yesterday.
Yeah, but
That is the benefit.
what I didn't like last night is I feel like when you're up so big, you want guys that are like you just want a strike thrower, and that's why I didn't like putting Henriquez in because he either has it or he doesn't. And when you're up 10-2, you just need guys to get you outs and put the ball in the zone, and like you can't walk the bases loaded.
I think I just saw Cameron Maybin tweeted this, and like I think he's so right about this. Next time Judge's turn comes around to hit, Judge has got to put a ball out. Like, A, you have to win tonight, and B, like you look on the other side of the league, the guy you're supposed to match up with is Ohtani, and Ohtani just breezes through and puts 2 balls out last night. Like one against Hunter Green, which is not an easy matchup. Now they're probably gonna turn over and go back to a righty when that part of the lineup comes back around, is my guess. Because now you're gonna have Justin Wilson, who's gotta get through Stanton, but then he's gonna have left-handed Chisholm, left-handed Austin Wells, Volpe, and left-handed McMahon, and then left-handed Grisham. I'm thinking if Wilson can get through all those guys, give you another 2 innings, and then you turn it over to – I'm trying to think who it would be at that point.
I mean,
Let's
it
see.
could be Whitlock. If it's
I don't know
top
that you
of
go
the
to
lineup.
Whitlock that early, but I guess if it's a tie game, maybe you do.
Justin Slayton's
Yeah.
been pretty good, right?
Yeah, probably Slayton or Weissert's going to have to be your guy. I just don't think you go to Whitlock that early if you don't have to, but maybe they'll be in a situation where they need to. But I think when you break all that down, it's like Judge is going to come up with an opportunity to hit a big home run. He's got to do it. If Judge is going to be Judge, he's got to hit the home run. And it's hard because hitting a home run in this league is extremely tough to do. And I'm not sitting here saying a guy's got to do it every time. Ohtani is special, but when these guys are who they've built themselves out to be, hit the home run. Do the thing. Like, Judge hitting a single there is great. But also, like, McMahon's in, you could make it a 4-2 ball game like that against Bello, who gives up plenty of home runs, and you get fisted and hit a soft single into center field. It's like, great. If Aaron Judge bats 500 in the postseason, but none of them went over the fence, and Cal Raleigh hits 250, but he puts 4 balls out in the postseason, I'm thinking those 4 home runs from Cal Raleigh are going to be a whole heck of a lot more important than Judge's singles.
Yeah, I mean, like if Shohei strikes out 3 times today, but he hits like a 3-run bomb, like who cares?
Right. Yeah.
Who cares?
Total base is a whole lot better than if he goes 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Especially if Ohtani's not stealing bases, which the Dodgers pretty much won't let him do.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Yamamoto tonight.
Did the background image just change?
It did. I think it turned to daytime.
That tracks. That sounds about right. Is ESPN running this? I'm so pumped. Fox and TBS getting the DS. I'm so pumped for it. Although I will say, my boys Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald have been doing the Padres Cubs game. Hilarious. They're so funny.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I just don't like the ESPN broadcast. Like I think ESPN's a dying channel.
Well, at least around baseball it is.
At least in baseball, it's a dying channel. I mean, like, I remember seeing a post a long time ago. I think it was the day after. Was it the day after the trade? I think it was the day after Juan Soto signed. And you tune on to First Take, and they're talking about LeBron James.
I'm gonna caveat what I'm about to say with the fact that I do think the WNBA has gotten more exciting. I think women's sports are great. When you're in the middle of the wild card, you have you have 4 games last night. You have 4 games that are about to start today. And First Take is talking about the WNBA and their commissioner. I understand they're also in the playoffs. They're also deep in their postseason. But when you have Major League Baseball, which for all intents and purposes is a larger fan base and a larger league, and you're talking about the way the commissioner is handling player dispute and not Major League Baseball, it tells me that you're not making the effort to put somebody on First Take during an important time in Major League Baseball to try.
It also doesn't help when you have a playoff game on at 1:00. Like,
yeah, it doesn't help at all. Well, this is
especially
fantastic.
Cleveland has. I think they have an awesome fan base, and you knew before the bracket even came out that the AL Central was going to be stuck at 1:00. Like, I don't know. I just think if you're talking about a dying sport, having a playoff game at literally the middle of the day when everyone's at work or school, like you're not setting yourself up for growing the sport.
No, definitely not. I think it's hilarious. Mike Cameron and Cameron Maben are now just going back and forth on my tweet. My tweet is only been seen by 177 people. I actually don't know how that's possible, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like I don't get how that works. That the tweet in general just has not been seen by anybody. You got 100,000 followers between the two of them, and none of their responses or my tweet have been seen at all. I'm sure it'll pop off tomorrow out of nowhere. It's usually what
I
happens.
got a funny quote that I saw. This was about 20 minutes ago. Someone asked Terry Francona if he's just going to start to walk Otani, and he goes, "You're kidding, right? Have you heard of Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman?"
Tito always keeps it real, man. I mean, during his like in-game interview, you know, he said, you know, the guy asked about Hunter Green and that it was kind of an emotional start for him and all this stuff, and he was like, yeah, he's got to settle in, but it doesn't help when you got to face Otani. He hits one out on you, you turn around and Mookie Betts laces one into left center. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do there if you're a pitcher. It's a tough game, and like. That's what he says. That's the kind of stuff he says. You know, somebody asked him about Noelvi Marte early in the season, hitting a ball out, and he was like, yeah, did you see it was, you know, went off the bat at like 108, and he goes, okay, counts for one run, just the same. I was like, my man. It's my kind of guy.
The Reds fan base, like, just does not appreciate Terry Francona.
I couldn't believe how many people were upset. Sal Stewart made a comment after his third or fourth home run. And he was like, yeah, I was just trying to hit a line drive the other way. To be honest with you, I kind of missed it and just got a little bit more under the ball. But when you hit the ball well and you make a mistake, you know, it tends to go out. I'm like, you could ask any of the greatest home run hitters baseball's ever seen. They will tell you the exact same thing. Reds Twitter lost their mind at him saying that he made a mistake getting too under the ball. And they were like, oh, that's Tito talking. That's Tito's type of conversation. I'm like, guys, that's everyone and anyone who's ever talked. Chris Medlin. What a great name choice.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Jeb? How you doing? We got another Tomahawk Talk co-host joining us. So if you're watching the stream, Jeb May's on the stream watching us.
Host. Tomahawk Talk host.
I said what did I say? I said co-host.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say co-host. It's host.
It's
Ben,
host.
Ben might have something to say about that.
Ben's a co-host. No, Chris Medlin, I was like, I saw y'all pick names. I was like, am I going to go Tim Hudson? Am I going to go Paul Yanish? I was like, nah, Chris Medlin, baby. We're still trying to work on Paul Yanish. I posted that highlight clip, and I tagged him, and he did not pay it any attention. So,
can I tell you today? I posted that tweet about who's gonna who's gonna sign Skip Schumacher to be their manager, which like it's gonna be the Rangers. There's no question. Like he's gonna be the Rangers' next manager now that Bochy's. I don't know if he's gonna retire, or if he's gonna go back over to San Francisco, but they parted ways. Schumacher's the special assistant to Chris Young, which they brought him in after Will Venable, who was probably gonna follow on Bochy, left for Chicago. Didn't get any sort of interaction from Skip Schumacher on it, but he did follow us today.
Oh, nice.
So there is that. Yeah. Nice. I just thought it was hilarious. Like, no retweet, but a follow we'll take.
I think the only really claim to fame that the podcast account has is a guy in, I believe, single A, maybe double A. His dad follows us.
Oh, heck yeah. Grant Holmes doesn't follow you guys?
No, he doesn't. But, I think he follows Ben, which Ben has like.
Yeah, Ben's got 5,500 followers. Everybody follows Ben.
Everybody follows Ben.
I got a very cool story for you guys. So, my roommate's girlfriend's mom, I want to say it's her. Someone in her family is a Steinbrenner.
Oh,
really? Whoa. Well, let them know if they want to speak on behalf of the Steinbrenners anywhere. They got 2 podcasts. They're more than welcome to join in on.
Tell them to spend some money too.
Yeah, right. My aunt and uncle live down your way, and down where you are in the they're in the Jupiter area, and I believe their daughter, Steve Cohen has a daughter, right? I'm not wrong about that.
I could not tell you.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Sophia, that's her name. I believe my cousin is friends with his daughter because during COVID, all those people that were like living in New York that have their places um, in West Palm and in Palm Beach have came and lived down there because Florida was way more open than New York was, and so all their kids came down and went to school at all these places. So she met her through school, and yeah, now they're friends. So I haven't used that connection yet.
I
My
told you about
Nor will I be.
my Carson Kelly. I told you about my Carson Kelly story, right?
Yeah, yeah. You played with. Did you say Carson Kelly's cousin?
Yeah, so his cousin I played with from 8U until I was 16.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I went
Card-
to a baseball workout, and I got to kind of it was what a workout is. It's kind of like a practice, and then they have the little scrimmage and whatnot. And I
Yeah.
got to do it with Trot Nixon's nephew, I believe.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's phenomenal. I Joe Camisa, he's big Phillies fan. I think he's at the Phillies scrimmage that they're doing today. He goes, holy hell, Harper just nuked one off Bueller.
I thought you were gonna say some high A Florida Coast League guy.
That's right. Yeah, well, I could have seen that too. No, I don't know. I don't know that I've got a lot of claims to fame with people I've played with. I've coached James Wood for a fall, so there's that.
Yeah, I remember you told us that.
Yeah. This is, I told you this is exactly what I was talking about. Justin Wilson, if he can get through Stanton, Chisholm, Wells, and then Volpe, McMahon, Grisham, and you can get 2 full innings out of him and then bring in the righty starting with Bellinger, or with Judge, Bellinger, Rice. I think Cora's gotten everything he wants.
Jeb, did you see the quick hook on Bayo?
I didn't, and it absolutely screwed my parlay.
28 pitches.
Absolutely screwed it.
How many
because I had
How many Ks did you have?
3 or more for Bayo and 3 or more for Rodon and Red Sox money line. The payout was like $15, and it absolutely screwed me.
If I send Ryan any sort of strikeout bet that includes a guy that needs three or less strikeouts, he won't bet it. Sometimes it's 4 or less. He's like, those are the biggest bait bets they make.
I had one with Casey Mize too today. 3 innings, 1K. I was like, are you kidding me?
That team doesn't strike out a lot though.
No. And
yeah, Guardians. I had Guardians under. I had Scooball under 8 Ks yesterday, and I had Gavin Williams under 7, and those guys just
absolutely just. What was it, like 17 combined strikeouts
they
or
must have
something
been playing
between
with a
both of
wiffle
them?
ball yesterday.
It was in the 20. I think Gavin Williams at 8 or 9, and Scooble at 14.
It's crazy. It's so disgusting. Yeah, I'm an idiot for thinking Scooball is going to go under 8 in a playoff start. My bad.
Scooball. Who's Scooball?
Scooball? How do you say? How am I supposed to be saying it?
Scooble.
Tomato.
Oh my gosh.
It's like the people that call him Tarek.
Tark?
I mean, that's like the people that call him Tarek. It's like it's Tarek. Tarek's not Tarek.
I've heard Tarek and I've heard Tariq.
Yeah, he even said on the Slab Lab with Dallas Braden, he said he's like, I get Tariq a lot, and then people meet me, and they realize it's not Tariq. Dude, Jazz Chisholm needs to just back off the plate or stop thinking that balls that are just barely on the inner half are too far in. I'm so tired of seeing him make some sort of exasperated expression every time a ball gets called on the inner half a strike.
He's got to be a Yankee for life, right?
He fits perfectly. He talked about how him and his brother, I think his brother's like his manager, like just manages his life, and he always talks about like him and his brother like grew up Yankee fans, and like it's the coolest thing for him that he gets to be a Yankee every day.
What is his like home run per stadium? Like, because I know he hit like 31. So I'm wondering if it's
I
like
will tell you.
14 like all the other ballparks. Or...
Jazz Chisholm Jr. You can look this up. You go to his baseball. I'm not telling
Savant.
you to. I'll do it. You go to his baseball reference, and then you go to his splits. And you see
Oh,
his
B-Ref has it too?
yeah, you go to his career splits, and you can look by ballparks, and then you can see that by ballparks he is 34 in Miami, 22 in Yankee Stadium, and then the next highest is 6 in Philadelphia.
What's his because I know you can do it on Savant. What's his like home run per like if all of his home runs or whatever were hit in that ballpark or
Oh, for his
whatever?
career
Yeah, no, they sort it by year, I
or just
believe.
this? Yeah, by year. I'll see what Savant says. Yeah, it's. I've seen a lot of debate about this, about whether or not this is like Mike Petrelio is like I think a guy around Savant. I don't actually know what he does, but he's all over this. Expected home runs by park, adjusted by year. This year he hit 30 in Yankee Stadium. Would have been 30 in Yankee Stadium, 31 in Baltimore. I think his largest would have been in Suter Health, which is the A's would have been
Ah,
35.
shocker.
Yeah, 33 in Atlanta could have made him a Brave.
Nah, I'll stick with Ozzy.
27 in cores, but there just feels like that just can't.
Yeah.
You have the standard, which is non-adjusted. Non-adjusted Yankee Stadium's kind of his best bet ballpark, which I don't really understand.
It's kind of like catch probability too.
Yeah.
Like the one the A's center fielder made in the Angel Stadium where like his ankles were above the wall and they said it had like an 85% catch probability.
Yeah, right.
I don't see that's like I'm pretty like I look at both stats and eye test personally, and I think there are some stats that are telling. But I think there's also some stuff where it's like I think we're getting a little too carried away.
Did you guys see Cutter's King and Eric Hosmer got into it on Twitter?
Yes, that was awesome.
Well, it's funny to me when people of note decide to respond to him. Like I think all his stuff's hilarious, but like I'm purely a viewer of his stuff. I don't
Did you-
interact with him.
Did you see Basson cooked him like a month ago?
Yes, I did. But like that's what Cutter's going for. Like that's all he wants.
He posted something that said the Yankees were cheating yesterday and still lost. It was something about like stealing signs from second
Yeah.
base, and Hosmer goes, "Not cheating, learn ball." And then Cutter's King goes, "Trolling, learn the internet." And he goes, "Learn ball." And then he goes, "Same guy that doesn't think war matters, telling me to learn ball." And then this guy in the comments goes, "Tell that loser to learn launch angle." And then Eric Hosmer replied to it.
God damn. Who else?
We,
We talk about guys all the time that like it's so hard for me because I'm so old school in the way I think about baseball. I've
Yep.
always been that way. Like
Yep.
I don't care about launch angle, sweet spot. I don't care about like you can call anything you want. Like the way that they break down the numbers, the way that a lot of it, sets up. Like I Warmonger and I go back and forth about the line drive to right field and how it's always like a 50-50 ball when Judge catches it. But the reality of the situation is like it shouldn't be a 50-50 ball because it's not that hard of a ball to read. And like I am so like Eric Hosmer was a really good player in this league. To sit there and jaw at a guy like that he didn't do something right for as long as he played, you will never see me on Twitter go at a guy like that. I just can't understand like people actually have that belief of like, no, I looked at your numbers. Your batted ball data actually tells me you weren't a good big leaguer even though you did it for 10 years. Like you shouldn't have been there. I just can't understand that.
Personally, for me too, is I think a lot of people look at like say the Houston Astros, for example. I use this one all the time. Big league teams, even world champion teams, have holes. They just have holes. The Houston Astros had Martin Maldonado and his grandmother's purse for a bat.
Yep.
Behind the dish, but he could call a game, and he was excellent at defense. it just depends on what you outweigh. When the Astros had 1 through 8, that could basically put you into the Crawford boxes, and then you had Maldonado
Right.
calling the games. You'll
Oh,
take
and by the way, Maldonado did end up
Ben
hitting.
Rortvedt, baby.
I was going to say Ben Rohr. I knew you were going to say that. But, like, this is also the thing that nobody talks about. If Martin Maldonado's defensive statistics didn't back up playing him, the only conversation is, did Verlander like throwing to him?
yeah,
Did Garrett Cole like throwing to him?
the Greinke.
Right. Like, did every one of those guys like throwing to him? If the
That's-
answer is yes, then it does not matter what his stats say. It's a guy that you should put behind the plate. And I think that's where Ben Rortvedt's at right now. Like, I think his numbers defensively are somewhat marginal, but like everyone seems to enjoy throwing to him. He seems to be having a lot of success in the way he's calling a game.
Dude, how did that 2019 Astros team not absolutely smoke the Nationals? They had
We talk
Cole,
about Ryan and I
Wheeler,
talk about it
and
all the
Greinke.
time. And this was pre getting in trouble, right? Or was that in 2018?
No, it was pre. No. It
No, it's
was after
2018.
it was after getting in trouble.
I mean, Scherzer, Strasburg, and then Patrick Corbin was great that year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean they had
Rendon.
they had Justin
Doolittle in the
Verlander.
bullpen.
They had Garrett Cole when he was putting up video game numbers. I mean, what was it, like 20-1
This
with
was-
a .7
you know what this was?
ERA?
This was Spider Tack. This was like the
Yep.
heat of Spider Tack era, and this was like that year where everyone on the Astros pitching staff had ramped up their RPM and velo to like absurd numbers, and everybody's like, "What the hell's going on?" It was like,
Greinke
yeah, no, they're
was
just
the
using
number
Spider Tack.
3, and Greinke was still serviceable.
Cole whiffed 300 guys that year, right? I think so. Somewhere around that.
I don't have his numbers pulled. I was pulling up the Nationals. Yeah, look at the Nationals. Look at the Nationals instead. You had Kurt Suzuki and Yan Gomes splitting time behind the dish.
Gennaro Parra.
Howie
Adam
Kendrick,
Eaton.
Howie
Adam
Kendrick,
Eaton.
Adam Eaton, Ryan. You had so many guys that had so many injuries, but when you look at their pitching staff, Strasburg, Corbin, Scherzer, Anibal Sanchez, and a solid Eric Fetty, 12 starts, 21 appearances. You also had other guys like getting some starts, like Jeremy Hellickson was 32 getting starts, pitched okay. You had Austin Voth had a 3.3 in 8 starts. I mean, like, you had guys that had no business pitching as well as they did when they were just playing well as a team, but they went on an absurd back half of the year run.
I have a question for y'all.
Let's hear it.
So, obviously, they fired their GM and their manager. I think most of us can agree, like, they won the Juan Soto trade, like, by far. Since they're going in a new direction, what steps do you do? Like, I think all of us had them as, like, a sleeper Royals-esque wild card team going into this year and next year.
You signed some
It-
pitching.
It
I
seems
think-
like they've taken 3 steps back. What do you do?
The roster is not bad. I think whoever gets to take over this team, and didn't they just announce? Am I crazy? No, Paul Taboni. Paul Taboni is their new president of baseball operations. I'm curious to see if DeBartolo stays around as the GM. So they decided that instead of just replacing the GM, they were going to add a president of baseball operations. I think you go with a really young, new president of baseball operations, really young new Paul Taboni. I think he's a guy that fits with a newer model that is going to love the roster of hitters that he has available to him. I think he's going to fill in some gaps like a first base. I think they would be a great team to go sign Pete Alonso to a deal that's probably a little bit larger than Alonso deserves, but because you're willing to go solidify 35 home runs.
You've got money too.
They should have money. You're not paying half of your roster. And then you have to go find more pitching to add on to Mackenzie Gore. The
Yeah.
likelihood is Mackenzie Gore's offseason is going to be focused on how do you extend yourself to 180 innings and the back 80 be as good as the first 100. You're going to have to find and potentially go sign or even trade for another starting pitcher, but they're at the beginning of their window. My guess is that this is not a 3 steps back. This is a step forward was taken by getting rid of Rizzo.
I've got a bold.
doing anything.
I've got a bold take too.
Let me hear it.
Let me look real quick. Okay.
You never have those, so I'm curious to hear this.
Yeah, me never. I think one of the top highest contracts this year per AAV per whatever. I think Chris Bassett's going to get a bag, and I think he would be perfect in Washington.
I could see Chris Bassett getting a shorter term, like a 2 or 3 year deal at a high AAV, but he's old.
He's 36. Give him 3 in a mutual or 3 in a club for 75. I mean, the dude's got an arm of rubber.
Yeah, he's a psycho. You want to talk about a guy who just man in the
Going back
arena?
to,
I want the Braves to get Chris Bassett.
I think that'd be a very good choice for the Braves. I don't think the Braves are going to give him the money that you think he deserves.
No.
going
I'm
back
not
to
saying
the, the spider tack in 2019. Cole.
Yeah.
He threw 212 innings, 326 strikeouts.
Jeez. So that
He had a-
was
He had a
what year was that?
0.89 whip.
2018.
19.
Okay.
I will say
how many-
this.
He had how many Ks?
He had 326 Ks, a
How-
0.8 whip.
Compare that to Sales 17.
Talk about
What
your
what-
stuff just being so good in the zone. That's insane. His strikeout
'Cause-
to walk ratio had to have been absurd that year.
Sale in 2017, 214 innings, 308 strikeouts, 0.9 whip. So, literally, same exact, just a little bit
Identical.
worse of a year. Yeah.
A little worse as he ate over 300.
Who won the Cy Young that year?
And
Oh, Verlander. Verlander won it instead of
Yeah.
him.
Oh my god, wait, let me see Verlander stats.
He had one more start, a lower whip, and also had 300 Ks. That team not winning the World Series is
mind-boggling.
absurd. Yeah, it's absurd.
Well, it's like the 2015 or 2014 Tigers or 13 Tigers.
Oh yeah, with all those Cy Young guys.
Oh my God.
By the way, it was Slayton, and Wilson came out when Volpe came up, or did he just
believe,
come in?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the righty-lefty matchups. I guess Volpe jumped the yard yesterday against the lefty, so I guess
Also
I
in
get it.
2019, Greinke threw 208 innings of a 2.9 ERA, and that was your number 3.
That was with Houston
When he
completely, right?
No, that was
With Arizona and Houston.
Too, yeah.
Okay.
Can I tell you
Let's see, with Houston, he was with Houston. Oh no, he was okay. So Houston, he was 62 innings, 3.0 ERA, but that's crazy. 208 innings. So you're 1, 2, and 3 went 200 plus innings with sub 3 ERAs.
What year was that? Oh, I
was
see why they're
2019.
only showing me Greinke's innings when he was with the Astros. That's why. How were these guys in the playoffs that year? So Garrett Cole, 4-1 with a 1.72 ERA across 36 innings, struck out 47. Verlander was brutal that year in the postseason. 6 starts, 35 innings, went 1-4 with a 4.33. Gave up 8 home runs in 6 starts.
Do you guys
Greinke-
remember the quick hook on Greinke in Game 7?
Uh-huh.
Yep. And then the home run right after.
It's what I don't understand. It's not like your bullpen is getting extended to an extra 4 or 5 pitchers. Why all of a sudden do we play this game where we put excessive pressure on the bullpen arms and absolutely nothing on the starters that have pitched all the innings and gotten us here? I just
I
don't
guess
get
that's probably why, because they pitched all the innings to get
that.
him
Yeah,
there.
but it's not like they don't have their stuff. Like these guys prep themselves for this. They slow down how many they get towards the end of the game. That was a very, very, very dumb pitch by Slayton that Judge just swung through 0-0.
Yeah, that was. You're ahead
Oh
of me.
my lord.
I think a part of it too probably is different look, different arm angles and such.
This is, by the way, real quick. I said this before or after Judge's last at bat. Judge Ohtani, you want to be Judge that everybody thinks you are? Hit a home run here. You
Yeah.
have to hit a home run here.
I dug up something very crazy today at work. And I want to see if you guys can guess it.
Hopefully your boss isn't listening to this. You should have been working.
Obviously. So, a certain pitcher, all right?
Andrew, did they stop paying the light bill at your school?
I didn't realize how dark it got outside.
A certain pitcher, all
Like
right?
you're in a dungeon.
2019, he had 14 games, 34 innings pitched, a 3.6 ERA, 32 Ks, 5 walks. 2020, 12 games, 56 innings, 2.5 ERA, 44 to 16 walks. 2021, 5 games, 23 innings pitched, 2.7, 35 Ks to 6 walks. His arm angle is 27 degrees, 30 degrees, and 32 degrees. 2022, 6 games, 30 innings pitched, 4.5 ERA, 29 walks to 14, or 29 Ks to 14 strikeout. Holy shit. 29 Ks to 14 walks, 24 degrees, and this year, 25 games, 132 innings pitched,
Steve
5
Pierce is in the
ERA,
house.
123 Ks, 56 walks, 21 degree arm
Oh.
angle.
Something just happened.
He ate a single. Not a home run, but that'll do if you're going to be Judge. Oh, no. Wait till you see this. Oh, boy. That is not a single. Get that out of there. Do not give Aaron Judge
Oh,
a single
wow.
for that.
That is wow.
Are you kidding
Jeb,
me?
Jeb, I was listening to you, and I had you for like the first two years of that. You literally just read off someone's 10-year career. I have no clue who that is. Is it righty or
I'll be
lefty?
completely honest.
Hold on, righty or lefty?
So it was a lot. I know. I dove deep. It was a
Right.
righty.
It was a righty. And
And
thinking about the arm angle, that's kind of a side 27 degrees. That's like out here. Yeah, that's like low.
Compared to 32 degrees. So he went from basically 32 degrees in his best season to this year at 21 degrees, and it was his worst season. And he got moved at the deadline.
This year.
Yep, right-handed pitcher.
Bueller?
Nope.
No, Bueller's more over the top than that.
Yeah.
Was he
It's
traded to
not
the
Dustin
American
May.
League or the National League?
I'd give it away maybe, but the American League.
He got traded to
It's
the
not-
American League.
Yep,
It's not Dustin May.
it is Dustin May.
It is Dustin. I thought it was a
Really?
little bit higher
Yep.
than that.
His
That is a
slot was
weird
just
arm
like-
angle.
He also threw his sweeper a lot this year, so I'm wondering if they wanted more horizontal break than than vertical, or vertical break than horizontal. So
Yeah,
I'm
they're
wondering
pro-
if part of that was him just leaving cement mixers down the middle, because his Savant page, everything is in the heart of the zone.
That's called That's called having a lot of confidence in your stuff in the zone.
Yeah.
That
Like,
is
shit.
that is wild.
You know what it does though? It screams. Dustin May screams like 1 year, 10 million to the Brewers.
Cardinals.
Tampa-
Cardinals
Tampa
right
Bay.
here. Cardinals, bring him home.
He's got
Heim-
such
Heim-
good
Heim
stuff.
Heim doesn't want to find guys that already exist out there. Heim wants to go Heim wants to go draft him and raise him for his own.
Here's my thing. I've been tired of watching 5 ERA guys who have bad stuff, so I'd rather watch 5 ERA guys that have good stuff.
I think I'd rather watch 5 ERA guys that are young. I don't know how that first pitch isn't a strike. That's a pretty bad miss.
That's
Oh,
a
this
rough
is your
call.
boy,
What is it?
Steven Matz.
Steven Matz, this is my guy.
There you go.
This is my guy. I love Steven Matz. Cardinals legend.
I don't know why that first pitch was not called a strike. This also feels like a bigger moment in the game than it probably is. Why do we keep bringing in lefties to pitch to Cody Bellinger?
We talked about this earlier.
Why is that like the move?
Old school baseball, baby.
Yeah, old school baseball.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, like even if the splits show reverse splits, I'd rather go lefty any day of the week, even if he crushes lefties.
Pound him
I just
away.
don't-
Unless you like a righty that like his specialty's like a changeup guy away, something like that. But
Yeah, there might be something where like he struggles with left on left changeups, left on.
I would
So
take
I
a
was-
lefty.
I was
I would take a
just about to
lefty
say-
sinker baller.
I was gonna say left on left changeups. Left on left changeups are ridiculously tough as it is. But I was gonna say left on left in general. Like it's like right on right changeups. A lot of guys really don't like them, but I love right on right changeups because they're I think they're one of the hardest things to hit as a righty if they're thrown really well. I think they're the
I
perfect
hate
ball to
throwing
get
lefty
I think there's
changeups.
you don't throw lefty changeups.
I do not.
So like when I
Because
started
mine-
pitching this year, I was like forcing myself to throw righty changeups because it really
That's
throws off
all
righty
we throw.
hitters. Yeah,
That's
it's
all we
really
throw.
if you can keep it down. Now you can't leave a righty changeup up because it'll get blasted. But if you throw righty changeups and can keep them down, a lot of times you can get a little bit of a cut change off of them, especially when you work them away, and then you get them to dive in under the hands. You can miss righty changeups up and in. You get a lot of bad foul balls with it. A lot of bad contact with it.
My profile is
Arbus-
kind of more arm side run than drop, so I don't think I've developed that like elite level of command yet to where you feel comfortable where you could just let it rip without like having the
Yeah.
fear of it running in and hitting them.
Oh, that you
Arbus?
can't fear anyways. You got to be willing to hit a guy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No. Our best
Command,
starter
what's
last year threw like 50% changeups, and he's a righty and had a sub 100 batting average against on that pitch.
Jesus. Oh, how was the inner squad today, Jackson? How the boys look?
Long one. Third one in a row. Third day in a row of winter squads. Some
We
good,
used
some
to-
bad. Hit a couple bombs today.
We used to run Saturday, Sunday. We used to run Saturday, Sunday, double headers in the fall.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, we had so many pitches.
Yeah, we had
in
a
the fall.
we had a 13 inning inner squad last week.
This is our first week in the squad.
Jesus Christ. And I thought like 7 hours softball or like 12-hour softball tournaments on Saturdays were bad.
Oh, dude, it's like when you get into like the early throes of college baseball, and especially in the fall season, like your body feels horrendous. Like you go to bed every night and you're just like laying in bed and you're just like, I'm not gonna move. I'm just not gonna move for 12 hours, and hopefully my body resets itself.
The worst one for us was the worst inter squads, or least favorite ones for me to watch, is preseason before the season starts because you're so tired of facing each other and you so want to see anybody else but
Yeah,
your teammates pitch. And it's 25 degrees, 30 degrees outside. You need the innings, and you're out there for 5 hours for a 13, 14 inning inter squad. It's tough. It's tough baseball.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
especially in
especially-
this heat too.
I was gonna say the opposite because playing baseball in Ohio, it was like you had to get out on the field. You had to be in some sort of like game situation. So we would either take indoor batting practice, indoor live ABs in a cage, in like you couldn't see the ball, pitchers dominated, or we'd be outside to be freezing cold. Pitchers also dominated. And so it was like, you know, you just throw your palms to the sky and say, oh, it is what it is. Wow, look at this guy go. Somebody
Trevor
told me
Story.
early in the year he was a wet napkin. Look at this guy go.
TS10 just hit a homer.
TS10. Gonzo. Tie ball game.
Oh my god, dude, you're ahead of me.
It's on the screen.
It's on the screen.
It's
Oh,
an in-play
I've got it.
runs.
I've got it on my TV.
Can't help you there. I mean, that's just
Yeah,
not
that's
where
wild.
you want to throw a fastball to Trevor Story. I'll tell you that much.
He's got one whiff on his fastball tonight. Let's stop throwing it.
I can't believe
How's
I shit
the-
talked him this season.
How's the other off speed been, Jackson? For
He's got a
Rodon?
44% whiff on the slider, 56 on the changeup, 7% on the fastball.
Okay. I'm having a blast watching Cameron Maben and Mike Cameron go back and forth on my tweet. Still nobody else has seen the tweet, I think, besides Cameron Maben and Mike Cameron. But
Cameron
I'm enjoying
Maben
watching
lives in my hometown, or like lives in. Yeah.
where are you in South Carolina now?
No, North Carolina.
North Carolina. What part?
Uh,
Everybody go to his house. What part?
yeah. Like Asheville area.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's near me. That's near me.
Where at?
I go to East Tennessee State.
Okay, yeah, I know a couple people who go there or went there or something.
Asheville's up in the mountains,
Hold on,
right?
huh?
Am I crazy about
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
That's
Yeah, it's like
where-
an hour away
Yep.
from here.
Is that where App State is?
No, that's
yeah,
where UNC Asheville
it's-
is. App State's
yeah.
like 45 minutes away.
So
Okay. Sorry.
Western.
Sorry it wasn't in the 5-minute range.
West
you're
yeah, Western Carolina is near here. It's in Colleweek, but that's
in our
where
conference.
Okay.
that's where Zebby Matthews went and
Yeah,
Cal
Cal
Raleigh
Raleigh was
went.
born there.
So I got to watch Zebby Matthews pitch in high school. I didn't get to face him. I was on junior varsity, but he was a senior when I was a freshman, and Cal went to the same school as Zebby Matthews.
So are you living where you grew up?
Pretty much same area.
Gotcha.
In Western North Carolina, but different town. And then, yeah, I went to Cameron Maben's house like 4 years ago, I think, when it snowed pretty bad over here, and got to sled in his backyard. I didn't
Hell
talk
yeah.
to him. I was scared. But,
Human being.
yeah, I know.
What do you think he
I
was
know.
going to do to you?
The big league me, duh.
Well,
Just
one
go
of
up to
No.
him, shake his hand. Go up to him, shake his hand, tell him he's an immaculate grid legend.
so,
Dude, we wanted to recruit him for our adult baseball league. He lives where it is. And we ran into him at the batting cages too one time when we were doing a team practice, but he
was
went
he there hitting?
no, he was there with his son,
Oh, okay.
who
That would be
apparently
so
I
funny.
That would be
I guess his-
such an
his-
electric move if you're Cameron Maben, if you're just like on a random like Thursday evening, you're like, I'm just gonna go hit some balls in the cage. You start
His-
just start roping balls.
his son apparently is supposed to be like really good too.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, he
if,
went
if there's a
to
game for it, it would be baseball.
TC Robertson, I believe, and they played our school. And there's a legend that says that he hit an opposite field home run so far at our school that it went to the softball field. Mind you, there is a 2-lane road, and like those white willow trees, there's 2 patches of those in between.
He is going to Texas. Yeah, he's a 2026 grad, infield, outfield,
Dang.
going to Texas.
I hated when Atlanta got rid of
Should've been
him.
a buck.
I really liked him.
He seems like a good. He like the way he interacts with people, the way he talks about the game. Like when I see him on podcasts and stuff, it feels like he's got good knowledge and feel for the game. Obviously, you play it long enough at that level. I feel like most people do, but like, I think he's a good guy. It seems to have around. So Boone just went out there and talked to Rodon and left him in. Did I see that
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Cameron Maben, World Series defensive replacement champion.
Yeah, he is, baby. Listen, everybody's got to do their part.
Exactly.
Aaron Boone is an old school manager. I will say that about him. I do like that about the way he manages a game.
Man, I just love the way Alex Core manages. I don't know. I just love it.
Wow,
I
a little
love
bit
it.
of
I love
little bit of vindication
I
for
do.
Carlos Rodon too, man.
I
Look
don't
at
like
that.
Carlos Rodon. I don't. But
Andrew Bailey's also one of my favorite pitching coaches in the MLB.
For the Red
what?
Sox, yeah. I
Yeah.
do like him a
They
lot.
throw more cutters than anybody else. I love it.
I really like their bullpen coach, Chris Holt. Or he was in their bullpen. I don't know if he's still there. Let's see. Yeah, he's currently the bullpen coach for Boston. He was the Orioles pitching coach in 21 through 23. Yeah. So the Orioles won 101 games and then decided not to bring back their pitching coach. They decided to send him to They decided to send him to the complex to start their pitching lab. And then they didn't bring back their hitting coach, who now is in the complex as a hitting coach, as the hitting specialist for the White Sox. He's the guy who basically fixed Colson Montgomery.
I think the White
Ryan
Sox are going to
Fuller.
be good in
They,
27
did you see they
if we
didn't
have
bring
a
back Ethan
season.
Katz?
Yeah, I saw they made a bunch of moves in their staff, but that doesn't surprise me. I think they didn't let Will Venable pick his guys his first year, and I think they're gonna let Venable pick some guys and bring some guys in, which that makes a ton of sense to me. I also think that Getz just like it's pieces of the puzzle. Like the way I tweeted it the other day was Chris Getz is chipping away at the marble, trying to build his piece de resistance. Is that what you say? Is that how you say it? I think my internet stinks for right now. My internet's been horrible lately.
I'm
Mine's been
gonna
good so
log
far
off
today.
and go
Shocker.
catch the rest of the game and get ready for this Dodgers game. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you joining. Go
Yeah, have a
go
good-
enjoy
have
the
a good night,
Dodgers
buddy.
game. Hopefully you're the only
Yes,
one that
sir,
doesn't
baby.
have to deal with a game 3.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, have a good one. Oh, Jackson, I have a bone to pick with the ETSU sports information department, coaching staff, what have you. The fact that you're not on the roster under coaches or anywhere to be
dude.
found on the ETSU baseball page, that's a
Do you
problem.
want to hear something funny? Do you want to hear a little lore drop on that?
Yeah, I do.
So my freshman year, I get here and they're like, "Hey, we're taking team pictures, like individual shots." I was like,
Right.
"Okay, cool." So I get my individual shot, and then they update the website. A couple months later, I'm not on it. I'm like, "All right, cool. I don't really care." Next year comes around, last year, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to take a headshot." And I was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I'm not on the website. Haven't been." And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna put you on this year." Me and our other manager go through, get the picture. They don't put me on the website again. If they ask me to take a headshot this year, I'm not going.
Is Ben coming back or is he gone for the
His
night?
his internet was bad, so he had logged off. But if you should try and get him to come back on, get a larger presence.
Nah. Screw Ben. We don't like
Well,
him anyways.
you don't want a larger presence for Tomahawk Talk?
I don't. We don't like Ben.
Stop. God.
We don't
I
like
gave
Ben.
I gave Ben a shout out on the last podcast episode. I said it looked like somebody was swinging a pool noodle.
Bull noodle. Oh gosh, that's really, dude. I don't know if y'all noticed, but is that gonna?
That would have been a sick play by Bregman.
Mhm.
Ben Rice too speedy.
We got
Go
we
ahead.
got Big Texas to take off, and
Oh, I know. I love it.
and one of the guys who we have on the pod, sometimes he's a season ticket holder and he's got some ends. He actually told Bryce Elder himself, but nobody knows why his name is Big Texas.
I have been getting absolutely cooked by people on TikTok.
That's
I
funny.
posted a
love that.
video of our predictions the other day. People are just like, well, you're wrong. Somebody goes after the Padres lost game 1, he goes, LOL, Padres in 2. Missed that one a bit. Hashtag go Cubs go. And somebody commented on my behalf today and said, update. And he goes, well, he's still wrong. Padres aren't winning in 2.
People are actually. Yeah, that's crazy work.
People
Oh my
people
gosh.
act like me saying what I think is going to happen is like the word of God. And then when it doesn't happen, they're like, how could you be so wrong?
Well,
To
I'm
me,
gonna
it
flip
is
this.
Flex. To me, your word is the word of God.
Yep.
I appreciate that. I said I thought Hunter Green was going to win, which I wasn't crazy for saying that. Hunter Green had been pitching very well.
Uh-oh.
He laid a goose egg
Oh.
yesterday. And someone goes Dodgers in 2, LMAO. Somebody said this isn't the 2024 team. The bullpen is going to blow it. And someone goes checking in. And then when the bullpen started to pitch poorly, he goes checking back in, Skippy.
So I've got a question. Who do y'all have for National League Rookie of the Year?
Oh boy. I think
Well,
when you
Let me
okay.
look at the odds. Make sure I don't miss anybody.
Here's my problem. When I look at last year, let's bring this up. Let's see if I can find awards.
I have my answer, and it's
Rookie
not
of the
close.
Year voting.
I'm Cade Horton all day.
Okay, so I knew you were going to
Bro.
say that. Hold on. Let me take you back to 2024 real quick. 2024 Rookie of the Year voting. Luis Heel took it over Colton Cowser. Colton Cowser hit 242, slugged 447, had 24 bombs, 69 RBIs, played 153 games as a rookie. Very, very solid rookie year. You look at Drake Baldwin's numbers, and you're basically looking at a better version of Drake Baldwin's numbers this year, except a better batting average, right? Then you look at the guy who beat him, Luis Heel. Luis Heel had 29 starts. Cade Horton had how many?
23.
And then 151 innings pitched, a 15-7 win-loss record, a 1.19 WHIP, and a 3.5 ERA. Read me Cade Horton's numbers. He was what, like 11-4 or something like that?
11 and
like
4, 118 innings, 2.67 ERA.
There you go. So, like, it's hard for me because I look at the way they voted last year, and I think, how many innings did you say he pitched?
118.
118 innings. Trevor Rogers is going to get Cy Young votes. He only threw 17 innings this year. Like,
Oh my god.
Cade Horton threw enough innings to be qualified as like a bulk use rookie. 100+ innings out of a rookie as a starter, 20+ starts is a lot of starts. I don't agree, but Cade Horton would have been the game 1 starter if he wasn't injured yesterday for the Cubs.
Yeah. He's been
No
their best
question.
pitcher in the second half.
So when I start to look at that all together, it's like, all right, well, listen, you're talking about a guy who would have been a game 1 starter for a playoff team versus a guy who was a platoon catcher, played 124 games for a team that was second to last in their division. I don't know who you pick here, but I think it's really hard to pick. I think it's really hard to go against Cade Horton. I would pick Drake Baldwin because I don't like picking guys who only affect the team every 5 days. I think that's stupid. Pitchers have an award. If you don't win the award for a pitcher, you don't win an award. Sorry. Just like I think Colton Cowser should have won the award last year, but I think Cade Horton's going to get it. That's my.
I don't know, man. Obviously I have to be pro Drake Baldwin. I think. I mean, he was so. I mean, obviously they didn't do shit this year, but he was so detrimental to the offense. His numbers with the bases loaded, he was like 9 for 11.
Oh, I know.
He was
in the one series the Orioles played against the Braves, he dominated. He was so good. He was the only guy in that lineup for the first half of the season that people were actually afraid to throw to.
Yeah. and he. I mean, I'm also saying this because I put $5 for him to win Rookie of the Year at the beginning of the year, and the payout's like $200.
Oh shit! I would honestly like. I think it's going to be a toss up. I think you're going to see a very close, a close share. Like last year, it was like Luis Heel had 106 vote points, Cowser had 101. They were very close in share of the first place voting. Like it's going to be a toss up way more than NL Rookie of the Year will be. Like NL like Nick Kurtz has that in the bag.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeb, who do you have for AL MVP?
Christian Moore. I think.
So stupid.
No, it's obviously Nick Kurtz.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty obvious. He was even nominated for All MLB, I believe, at first base. So
it was Mickey Mantle's record, right? That Cal Raleigh
yes,
beat for switch hitter. Do you
yes.
think that when Mickey Mantle hit, what was it, 55? Do you think they were like, oh, that's got to be some sort of record, or do you think they just didn't care about it back then?
I don't think they can. I don't
But like
know.
I know they cared about Roger Maris's 61. Like
It was
that
the
was
same
a record
year,
that
so they didn't care
I
about
know.
Mantle.
Yeah.
But you don't think they talked about like, oh, he's a switch hitter? Like how many guys were switch hitters
No.
in that era?
See, I actually want to bullet point off of yours and say that I don't think enough people are talking about that with Cal.
That he's a switch hitter? I agree.
Well, that he broke the switch hitter record. I don't think enough people are talking about that.
People talked about it for a minute, and then everybody was
He
like,
hit
well,
60.
well, it wasn't that. It was like, well, Mickey Mantle didn't win the MVP when he broke that record, so that doesn't help his case. And then it was the same thing with beating Griffey's record, say for single season. Griffey didn't win the MVP the year that he hit 56. So people are like, well, that shouldn't mean anything either. And I said this on the podcast the other day. Like Ryan said, it's got to be Cal Raleigh, and I said, every time you want to use a record that a guy broke, that Cal broke, they never won the MVP. If you want to use a record that Judge broke that led to him winning the MVP, it's a year the guy won the MVP. Like it was a meaningful award, or it was a meaningful record to break.
So, did Judge when he hit was it 62?
Yeah.
Did he beat out Ohtani for MVP, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Ohtani, was it that year that he beat out Ohtani? Or no, Ohtani was already on the Dodgers.
No.
Last year was Ohtani's first year with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
22? Was it 22? Yeah, he beat out Ohtani.
Yeah.
Yes. So I made this comment. I made this comment on the pod the other day that like borderline I would have given it to Ohtani that year more than any other year Ohtani's won an MVP.
What were the
Because-
comparisons in their seasons?
So that year Ohtani pitched and he went 15-9 with a 2.33 ERA, a 1.01 WHIP in 28 games started. He threw 166 innings. Hitting wise, he actually had a fairly down year for him, but had a
only 45 homers.
No, he had 34 in 157 games. He had 160 hits, 95 RBIs, 72 walks. He 356 OBP, 519 slug, and an 875 OPS. Like Yordan Alvarez had a borderline better offensive, not borderline, had a better offensive year. But Ohtani, if you're going to receive both Cy Young votes and MVP votes,
And MVP, yeah.
high level MVP votes, you should win the MVP. You
Yes.
were a more valuable entity to your team.
See, I think Cal should win it. I think he should, but I don't think.
I think defense
That-
should play a factor.
Well, and if you look, Cal caught over 120 games. I'm pretty sure. Judge
Fourth
DH'd. Judge DH'd almost 60 games.
Yeah.
So I personally think Cal should win it, but I don't think they're going to overlook what Judge did. I mean, he had a 206 WRC plus.
Yeah, this is
Here's-
one of his best offensive years he's ever had.
Yeah, I mean the absolute hitting year that Judge went on, pure hitting, was
Yeah,
spectacular.
it's pretty crazy.
And
Here's my-
I'm not trying to take anything away from Judge. I think Cal should win it, but I think Aaron Judge will win it.
Here's my opinion on it is I Cal Raleigh's defense, the fact that he's a catcher and all that, don't make up a 40 WRC plus gap in my opinion. That's my personal opinion on the matter.
I don't know because then you get into. I mean, the Mariners won the division for the first time since what 2001. He was leading the pitching staff. Wow, like I said, I mean, he caught 120 plus games.
One of the better pitching staffs in baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't just catch, right? Like he did. He
I'm
did it at a
yeah.
high level.
I mean, it's literally most valuable player. I think Cal was
Yeah, and if you
more
look at
valuable.
20 less
if you
less
look at
total bases. 20 less total bases from Cal to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge had 179 total hits. He had how many of those were singles? I can't do that math. 179 hits. Cal had a total of 147 hits. So basically your 30 total bases come from singles. Not that impactful. Generally,
Judge had like 25 less plate appearances too.
okay.
Judge also, what was it, like 100 points extra in slug too?
Yeah,
That's the
thing
thing,
on it
right? Like
is if you
most
look at
best offensive season, Judge blows Cal Raleigh away. But if you talk about the most valuable entity to their team, somebody said this the other day. If you put Aaron Judge behind the plate, the Yankees lose the division. If you put Cal Raleigh in right field, the Mariners still have a good chance of winning their division.
no, they don't.
Yes, they
I
do.
don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I think the Mariners have a better chance of making the playoffs if you put Cal Raleigh in right and Aaron Judge behind the plate.
Oh my god! So I'm gonna start using that as some sort of example.
How do you like that for an argument?
That's awesome.
Even with everything Kyle Raleigh did on defense, though, Judge still has one more full F4 than he does.
Mhm.
And F4 does better at calculating catcher WAR. If anybody uses B WAR for an argument for this MVP, that it's not valid.
So
Well, so I really appreciated the Yankees posted a graphic about Judge and they specified F-WAR and used F-WAR. And I thought that was really commendable knowing that they were putting up something that was going to be compared to
Yeah.
Cal Raleigh for the MVP. Also, Rodon has lost command.
what
7
Yeah.
straight balls to start the top of the 7th.
what is the difference in F and B WAR?
Fangraphs and Baseball Reference.
I mean, like calculating
Oh,
it.
okay. I just wanted to make sure
I knew
I wanted
that.
to go base level.
I don't know like the exact calculations. I know for pitchers, F4 very much is FIP heavy. Guys with lower FIPs are gonna have a lot better F4. And then for the hitting side, I know it's a lot better for catchers because it includes framing run value. If
I
you
was
look
gonna
at
say,
if you look at
there's
Yadier
a
Molina, Yadier Molina has 18 more career F4 than he does B WAR. I think Salvador Perez has 11 less F4 than he does B WAR, strictly based off framing runs.
guys, Carlos Rodon has lost control of the baseball.
Get him
Now he's
out.
coming out. I don't know why you. Okay, so me and Andrew were talking about this before you guys hopped on. We were talking about Max Fried last night and Aaron Boone not pulling him, or Aaron Boone pulling him early. And I said he starts the inning with Jaron Duran. He gets Duran out. He's facing Rafaela, who's bad against lefties, and you bring in Weaver for Rafaela, which I don't understand. And then he walks him. This time, he says, "Okay, you get Nate Eaton to start the inning. Good luck." If you get Nate Eaton, then he gets Jaron Duran. As soon as he walks Nate Eaton, he is done. You don't give a guy another batter after you let a guy go until he doesn't go. Also, shout out Brad Ausmus getting some TV time there.
Yesterday was one of the better pitching matchups in the playoffs. Like just even because like Fried has been so terrible in the playoffs in the past. Like, it's been one of the better pitching matchups I think I've witnessed in my lifetime.
It was pretty good. It was pretty insane.
And who did you guys have before the series started? Did you have Yankees or Red Sox?
We had Yankees in 2. Me and Ryan were both very adamant about it. We thought that we thought the left-handed starters were going to make it really tough for the Red Sox, which we weren't wrong about.
No.
But we expected Crochet to still get hit around a little bit last night. Them putting up 1 run and Judge doing nothing against Crochet was tough. And then tonight against Bello, I expected this lineup, once they got lefties back in the lineup, like Chisholm and Rice, they were going to be off to the races. Get Wells righty-lefty. Like, I just thought they were going to be way better off. So, considering we're at where we're at, I am shocked.
I went Red
Sox
Sox.
in my head.
Did you have any Jackson, we talked about you doing this. Did you have any big corrections from me and Ryan this past weekend, or did you not listen to it fully enough for that effort?
I've listened to it fully, but I listened to it while I was driving. So I'll need to go back and listen to it and do corrections. Or no, listen to it while I lifted this morning. Because nothing fires me up like the sound of Flax's voice.
Hey, anything I can do to get the people going. Listen, I don't think there was anything you could say about what we talked about. We were perfect by my assumption.
Also, I don't know if y'all talked about the fact that the Cubs started Andrew Kittredge, because I have a soapbox on that.
Did not talk about it. Was actually hoping to get your thoughts on it. Very happy about it.
So
what is Ceddanne Rafaela doing? Just wait for a strike, dude.
It makes me very upset when teams in the playoffs start using the opener strategy when they haven't used it all year. Andrew Kittredge has no starts, has not done it, and you're saying, hey, we're going to start using this strategy today. If you knew going into the playoffs there's a chance you can use him as an opener, start it 3 weeks ago to get him comfortable. He comes out in the first inning, gives up a run. You're behind the 8 ball already. You're not giving Shota a clean inning. I love the opener strategy. I'm a big fan of it. I always have been. But if you're going to plan on using it in the playoffs, prepare the guys who are going to be your openers 3 weeks to a month in advance.
Yeah, that wasn't the right way to do it.
I
agree. That wasn't the right way to do it.
I would actually counter that by saying that the Braves used AJ Minter as an opener in the 2020 NLCS, and people were actually complaining that they didn't let him go long enough because I think he only went 3 innings. And he has not had a start in the big leagues at all, and I don't think he's started a game since.
Well, there's definitely guys who can do it and do it correctly. I'm a big Minter guy, I always have been. I just think getting those guys in a starter's routine.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Or twice in September, August is not bad.
Well,
I think it just because Kittredge I don't think he has a start in his career. I could be wrong though. He definitely doesn't this year. Just getting him in the routine of showing up to the ballpark, knowing you're starting the game on the mound.
Yeah, what goes through his mind? Because yesterday, Counsell obviously says something to him after the game and says, hey, you're going to be the opener tomorrow. Do you think if you're Andrew Kittredge, you're like, okay, here's what I'm going to do? Probably not. Your probably first thought is what am I supposed to do? Do I it's like a Ricky Bobby moment. What do I do with my hands?
I think he was used as an opener on the Rays, but he hasn't started a game since 2021.
Jesus.
So
if you're Massa,
doing it, but that's 4 years ago.
If you're Massa here, you're looking
him an inning
for a splitter, right?
A week ago, just to have him just feel it out a little bit.
Yeah. If you're Massa here, you're waiting for a splitter.
I have to be. That's all he throws. Fernando Cruz's splitters grow.
Yeah, but you're waiting for a splitter in the zone.
Got to.
I mean, 3-0, you're not swinging here. I love this platoon DH that they're running out there with Refsnyder and Yoshida. I think it's phenomenal.
Cruz's 63% splitter against lefties.
Yeah, he made Colton Cowser look pretty stupid on it
63%
earlier
splitter
this year,
against lefties.
amongst many other guys.
Yeah. One of the better pitches in baseball. It has
Jeb, wait till you see the rock
6
that's on
run
this lady's
value.
finger.
57% whiff on the splitter this year.
I love how you're telling me to wait till I see it.
Well, I mean, I knew you were going to be late, but I also knew I was going to get to tell you to see it instead of having to be like, "Oh, did you guys catch that?" I went to that stadium last week. Very cool. Very cool.
What did you get to
stadium.
eat?
I ended up doing the spicy chicken sandwich. I didn't go with anybody's recommendations because the lines for all the other things were so long. Wow.
I saw the bags are loaded now. What happened? Did he walk him?
No, it was a really, really nice play by Jazz. I mean, that's if you're watching us but also watching the game, that's what you tell young baseball players, like man on second, late in the game, tie game, really anytime, but man on second base, you got to keep the ball on the dirt. I almost just think Jazz shouldn't have thrown that ball, but an unbelievable play.
He threw a 57 hopper to first base. Good Lord.
Ben Rice not catching that ball is just truly unbelievable. It bounced twice. He threw you a ground ball. We got to be coming up with that.
He's tough defensively.
It's what people say about Pete Alonso. I adamantly disagree.
Well, Pete Alonso also hits 55 bombs a year, so play your cards right.
I wonder where he's going to go this offseason.
I think he's going to go to the Nats. He's a Boris guy, man. I think if they're willing to spend the money, Pete's just going to take money wherever it's available. You think he's a Red Sox?
Boston Red Sox. I think he's a Red Sox.
Really?
Do you say let me ask you this question.
Tell me that.
Would you say I think he's going to be a Red Sox or he's going to be a Red Sox?
Sock.
He's going to be a Red Sox.
That feels weird. It doesn't feel right to me. But I think you're right. I mean, I know you're right, but it feels weird.
Jeez, Pete Alonso 2 straight 162 game seasons.
Well,
I'm in.
what are you going to say? Yeah,
Matt
You're not
Olson.
going to say Pete Alonso is going to be a Red Sox. No,
I know, but like
he's a Red Sox or he's going to the Red Sox.
Well, whenever I tweet it, I have to use extra characters because I say he's going to the Red Sox because I can't say he's going to be a Red Sox. You have to use too many characters to do it. It drives me nuts.
Oh my God! I just thought about this. This is crazy. Could you imagine what would have been if the White Sox would have signed Harper and or Machado?
Yeah. Could you imagine where the Blue Jays would be right now if they signed any of the guys they tried signing?
Yeah. Or if the Yankees would have forked up the money for Harper?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if the Cardinals were willing to give up Dylan Carlson for Juan Soto in 2021?
No.
That's why we didn't trade for him, by the way.
I know. Hey, Dylan Carlson was a perfectly serviceable half a WAR left fielder this year.
Dude, I don't know why the White Sox didn't go for guys like that.
I believe in him.
No, I think the White Sox did go for guys like that. I mean, signing Michael A. Taylor's up there with that.
Yeah, I mean, and who was the other guy? Jesus Christ, dude.
Dude, why are pitchers so weird? Fernando Cruz taking off his hat to then stick it in his glove. Like, you just crushed your hat in your glove. I mean, the bench is looking at him like you are a psycho.
Who was the other guy the White Sox signed this year?
Just in general?
Tauchman.
Yeah, Mike Tauchman, for sure.
Tauchman, yeah.
They originally had, oh my God, who's the infielder? What the heck is his name? Hold on, I'm going to find it. Older guy. Not super old, but older.
Paul DeYoung?
No, he was signed by the Nats. I think he'd be a great pickup this offseason for the White Sox. It was Brandon Drury.
Oh,
They had him, and he was
that's
hitting well in
right.
spring training before he broke his hand.
who was the old Brendan Rodgers? He
Nicky
went to the
Lopez.
Astros.
Ben,
Yeah.
good shout out there, Nicky Lopez. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I gotta go take a piss. I've been sitting here for over 2 hours.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Jackson, keep him in
Who's
line. Jackson, keep him in line.
Got it.
I'm gonna start spouting off stuff. Let's see. The Astros are frauds. I don't know. The Orioles suck. So Jackson, what do you think about Heim Bloom?
I mean, I think he's going to bring him more. I think he's going to invest more in player development, which we've needed desperately for the past couple of
Yeah.
years. That's been a rough area for us. Is that we've had very little to no homegrown talent the past couple of years, and the homegrown talent we
Hmm.
get in the minors has not been developed properly. So if
Or
he can take a
traded.
step in that direction, yeah, which I think if he can take a step in that direction, which I think he's going to, and he can draft good, then I'll be a fan of him. I think it just I mean, Molzak was good here, won a World Series here, but it was time for a change of pace. I think the game kind of passed him by in a way.
Yeah. I think Bloom gets a little too much hate from the Red Sox, which I get it. Like, they're arguably the third biggest market team, in all professional sports. So you expect to win there, but I think it was time for Boston to turn over into the homegrown development side, and I think Heim Bloom did a very good job there. I think the Cardinals, it's kind of their time too, as well. And and we saw with Atlanta too, like doing the whole draft and development and rebuild and tear down, kind of, it sucks in the beginning, but you're seeing it this year with Boston too. Once they make the playoffs and everything, and you sit through all that suffering, man, it's so good.
I'm not even saying like you have to do it to like the extent of the Braves and Red Sox. You just need. We've had
Yeah.
our best homegrown hitter in the past half decade is Lars Newbar. I love Lars Newbar,
Yeah.
but if that's the best homegrown hitter you've produced in 5 years, the vibes aren't great.
And I mean, you've got some good pieces too. Like, what is a Brendan Donovan? What is Nolan Gorman? What is a Jordan Walker? What is a Mason Wynn? You've got good young guys who can post out there
Yeah.
for you. You just got to get some pitching, and obviously it doesn't hurt to have position player depth too.
It'll be 3 or 4
Yeah.
years. Heim Bloom's gonna go draft him, and then he'll raise him like his own, and then he'll get tossed out of there as soon as they all come up and start playing really well. It's so weird to me
I
that
I
Red
loved
Sox
it. I
fans,
loved that he was there.
the Cardinals put up a post for him the other day, and I kept seeing these quote tweets and these comments from Red Sox fans that were like, "Thank God you can have him." I'm like, where do you think all of these prospects that are playing well came from? Where do you think? Do you think these
Exactly.
guys just
Yeah.
showed up out of nowhere? What do you think he's been doing this whole time? There's a process to this. You can't just go buy a bunch of big name players without having some depth. The young guys have to meld with the big name players. You can't go sign an Alex Bregman if you've got nobody else in your lineup. He's not going to do
Yeah.
anything for you. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
and I just told Jackson, I said I thought the Red Sox were due for that. And I think the Yankees will be due for it probably after the Judge deal, honestly. But I said
The
you're the
Yankees are
third
never going to
biggest.
rebuild.
They won't, but they need to, in my opinion. After the Judge
Yeah,
contract,
yeah.
I think they should. Um, but I was telling Jackson, I think it was time for the Red Sox to do it, and with them being arguably the third highest market in all of sports, basketball, football, baseball, it sucked because you're used to winning and being able to go out and spend big bucks, but I think it's really going to pay off for the Red Sox.
Yeah. Do you guys? Do you? I didn't even realize Garrett Whitlock is a large human being.
Yeah,
Oh my god. 6'5", 222. Man's a horse. Oh,
Also,
it's the stallion they call him.
an absolute just
y'all see
Louisiana
what,
baseball from Garrett Whitlock there. Just Bayou, Ryan McMahon. Good lord.
did y'all see the average fastball for the Padres today?
Oh,
No, but there was
God.
something very high on the. I mean, between Cease and Mason Miller, they were on the and Robert Suarez, very
Oh,
high.
what about
like
the Cease
96.
hook too?
It was like 98.6.
Yeah, and Cease
It
was
was
up
like
to 98 today.
98.6.
Jesus.
What about the Cease hook?
I still can't understand it. It just bothers. But again, the Cubs. This is the weirdest thing, right? The Cubs pull their guy early. Bullpen throws perfect innings, win. Padres pull their guy early. Bullpen throws perfect innings, team wins. I think both teams should just throw Johnny Holstaff bullpen games tomorrow. At this point, I mean, it's crazy how quickly guys are getting the hook on day 2.
I mean,
who's pitching
you saw
tonight?
the Tigers too.
Littell versus
Yamamoto.
versus Yamamoto.
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 Yeah,
Yamamoto will go 6+. He'll
Yeah,
get a
I've
long
got-
leash from Roberts, especially the way that bullpen's throwing.
I've got Dodgers over 15 runs.
I think Littell is right what you need because Hunter Green throwing 99s, obviously not going past anybody's bat in that order. I think a guy who's a little bit more precise with his command and doesn't throw as hard might be the thing that gets him over the hump and helps and works. Ooh, Trent Bonds.
What is a Trent Grisham contract look like this offseason?
He's a free agent, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for a throw-in piece, especially since he's showing that he does have legs that work. Contrary to popular belief. I don't know. What's he, 28?
Think so.
Man, I don't know. Let's see. He made 5.2 million out of arbitration this year. He's 20. He's going to be 29 next year. His market value is about 12 million a year. He's 28. He's an outfielder. If you give him 5 years at 12 million, you're paying him what, 60?
Maybe.
Gets him to 34. I think that's fair.
Who do you
Phillies?
think goes after him? Or where do you think he ends up?
Phillies?
Not the way Brandon Marsh is playing.
Alright.
I got no reason to
Well,
go
is
anywhere.
he a free agent too?
Padres? You think he goes back there?
No.
Are both Bader
Brewers?
and Marsh free agents?
Bader has to be. Bader has to be.
Yeah, I'd be sure. Bader's been a free agent for a while, right? I think he signed a short. Didn't he? Not?
Yeah.
Did he sign it? Did he sign a 2-year with the Twins?
I think it was
He's got a. He's got a
I think it was
mutual. He's got a $10 million mutual.
Yeah, that'll get the con.
I would think so. And then
Oh,
Brandon Marsh. Brandon Marsh has 2 more
in
years. Of
2028.
arbitration. Yeah.
Okay.
Trent Grisham.
Uh,
This doesn't really fit, but Trent Grisham gives me very, very strong San Francisco Giant vibes.
I don't think his style of play fits what Buster Posey wants in his organization. I could be wrong.
I don't think he'll go there.
Cincinnati
He
Reds,
seems
baby.
Like he plays that game.
He might hit 40 bombs in Cincinnati.
I
Well,
like that. He might go.
But-
He might go to the Cubs and replace Kyle Tucker when Kyle Tucker's also a Boston Red Sox.
oh my gosh. No, the Boston Red Sox have a damn log jam full of outfielders. What about Schwarber? Where do
I
you
think
you
Kyle
think
Tucker- you
he's
don't think
staying
Kyle
in
Tucker.
Philly?
I would love
do,
Kyle
yeah.
Schwarber. I would love for Kyle Schwarber to come to Baltimore, but I do think it's probably more likely he stays in Philly and they throw the money at him. The only other
Yeah.
place I think he could go is Cincinnati because I could see him signing a lesser term deal to go home.
Where is he from? Cincy?
Yeah, he's from outside Cincy.
Oh.
Ohio guy. Went to IU. demolished the ball.
Yeah,
in
I
college,
thought he
too.
was an IU guy.
Yeah, he was an IU guy, but he grew up in Ohio. He was
Catcher,
from Ohio, at least.
former catcher.
Yeah, those former catchers hit the ball hard. Yeah. All right, we're in the top of the 8th now. Devin Williams coming out in the top of the 8th. Bednar's their 9th inning guy, yeah?
Are they just running it back from yesterday?
I would assume so. I mean, you're fighting for your life here. You can't really go any other direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I got Boston money line, so
I've been
Then
dominating.
I
the
want
waiver
that for you.
wire in fantasy football over the past,
Did
10
you?
minutes.
I am not in a good spot this weekend because Ricky Pearsall is out, and he's actually been a pretty good point getter for me. And now Marvin Mims is questionable.
what?
The waiver wire's been the waiver wire's been doing me wonders. Got Wando Robinson this week.
Wow.
Oh, I meant to ask y'all
Just the league
something.
neighbors.
Sure.
So, the TTP boys, we're maybe thinking about doing the franchise fantasy baseball thing.
Like where you like
You
30
take a
man,
team.
30-man leagues, you take a team. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you in one of those, or do you?
Kind of. We are technically in one, but looking for other opportunities. This one's just
I'm
not
not in
run. This
anything,
one's
Simon.
this one's just not well run.
See,
Jackson,
we
you'll
didn't
get your
know.
own.
that-
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it with us.
Oh, I'm doing it with y'all.
If we do one, yeah, we need your expertise. Not gonna let
Okay,
you go
yes.
venture out on your own
Yeah.
and beat us.
I would be
See,
in.
because we
We're
didn't
taking
know
a-
if we didn't know if you had to have 30 guys, and like if you didn't, we didn't know how all that worked and
Yeah, you
and
need
all
30
that.
people. That's the hardest part about it. You need 30 people.
Oh,
But
that's
I
kinda
would
cool.
think that if TTP put it out there, you could get 30 people that would do it pretty quickly.
You mean if Ben Weaver
been-
put it out there?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
I've been more of a fan of just doing a smaller dynasty league.
Yeah.
That's what we've kind of got. Well, no, we kind of have a keeper league, but we don't do it for money or
I've been
anything,
more of a
no.
fan of doing a smaller dynasty league with people who are going to keep it year to year.
Baseball is just
I
such a long
would-
season.
yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Also, the team we started with was the Angels, so that was tough. I've said this over and over again.
Wow.
I've said this over and over again. If you are going to face Devin Williams, just sit fastball. Just don't. Obviously, it's easier said than done, right? If he throws a really good changeup, you're going to swing at it thinking it's a fastball. But you should only be looking for one thing and one thing only, and it's a fastball up in the zone.
Where do you think he goes?
Devin Williams?
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that need to rebuild their bullpens right now. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be overpaying. See, like this is the exact opposite of what happened in the at the trade deadline. Is teams that aren't going to need new bullpens next year overpaid in players at the deadline, and everybody who gave up all of their bullpens because they could get a ton back for it in trade value now have to somehow go spend money and rebuild their bullpen. And I don't know
I
how
don't
that's
think it's
going
going
to
to
happen.
happen. But I would love for Atlanta to like re-sign Iggy like 2 for 24 and sign Devin for like 115 and just build a super pen. All of that would be awesome.
So MLB executive Burner said teams that have to basically build or rebuild their entire bullpen this offseason. Mets, Rangers, Orioles, Cubs, Twins, Angels, Nationals, Giants.
Blue Jays.
Oh,
You
he
think the
might
Blue
be a
Jays?
Cub.
I could see the
Blue
Cubs
Jays-
spending
Blue
money
Jays-
on him.
I think Blue Jays could go get him.
I was going to say
Hoffman's
Cubs or
not one.
Mets.
Hoffman's not working out. And I,
I
love
mean,
Brent.
he
I love Brendan
literally-
Little. I think he's gross, but
What a horrendous sequence by Devin Williams. He literally threw Bregman the same pitch 3-4 straight times. A changeup over the heart of the plate. He's lucky that ball stays in the yard. Bregman is way too good of a hitter to keep throwing him the same thing over and over again. Wow. When's the last time Alex Bregman stole a base?
Oh
Let's
gosh.
go look. Let's go look.
You know, I will say this. I think that, not going to name names, I think Twitter accounts, sites, whatever you want to call them, groups of people who are baseball media as far as Twitter goes. I would count Baseball Unstitched and Tomahawk Talk in that group. It's fascinating to me when people, but like you guys are more like Braves specific oriented. It's fascinating
Yeah.
to me when like the overarching non-team specific groups choose to show their fandom in the postseason. Like, I think that's fascinating to me that like you outwardly post negative things about other teams and positive things towards your team.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going Red Sox all the way. I don't like the Yankees. But
No. But like you if you tweeted from your own account or from the Tomahawk Talk account, like that is notably a very specific. It's a very specific, like team-based account. But there are groups
yeah.
like us that are MLB wide accounts. If the Orioles were in the playoffs, you would not see me tweeting about specifically the Orioles, or not even not that, more notably specifically against whoever they were playing. And that is what I don't get. What a nice PFP by Devin Williams.
I got the answer to your question, Flax.
What's that?
Bregman. The Bregman question.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
He stole one base this year, and it was the 4th game of the season, March 30th.
So that would have been a
That was
good
against
time.
your Cards, wasn't it?
That would have been a good game. This would have been a good time to just like get him in motion, especially at that point. What was the count there when he hit that ball? It was a 2-2 count. So you can almost assume Devin Williams is going to put some sort of changeup around the zone, and he's at least getting a swing. So you're at a minimum getting some help and protection from the guy swinging. Best case scenario, Nate Lowe puts a ball in play. But I don't know. I feel like that's just one of those times where, like, if you're playing baseball the way baseball is meant to be played, you get a guy like Bregman in motion there. I mean, it's a tie game in the top of the 8th. You got Story behind him. Worst case scenario, you're in the same position you're at now. Story hitting with nobody else, with nobody on base.
He had a caught stealing April 19th and hasn't attempted a stolen base since.
I think he's one of those guys where the team tells him, don't even try it, because if you get hurt, that's worse off to us than one base would be, which I hate.
Yeah, then one
Dumbest
stolen
thing in
base
the
and
world.
bomb, which is probably what he would be at anyway.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's a huge stadium. For as short as it plays, like, dimensions, it fits an insane amount of people.
Yeah.
Pretty incredible. What you gonna do here, Story? Narvaez. Why did I think it was Trevor Story? Jesus. Narvaez. I'm not paying attention.
I kept questioning.
No. Narvaez is this would be a nice redemption story for Narvaez. When he was 16, he was signed by the Yankees. Kicked around for a while.
Mhm.
Who's he traded for?
I thought he was dropped and picked up.
I thought he was traded.
No, he was traded for.
I'm
Oh,
looking.
because didn't they get Hunter Dobbins in the deal too,
I'll tell you
or
right
Dick
now.
Fitz, or Richard Fitz? Sorry.
Traded for Elmer Rodriguez Cruz and future considerations.
Yeah.
You guys expected too much out of that. What do you think Elmer Rodriguez Cruz is up to?
I think he's in double A and has 611 OPS this year.
I thought he was a pitcher. If that puts
He is a-
anything into
he-
perspective.
He is a pitcher.
He
He's
is
a
a
pitcher.
pitcher. He went 11-8 this year with a 2.58 in AAA, with in 150 innings, a 107. That's a pretty good piece.
No, that was in double A. He had one start in triple A. and
Oh,
gave
you're
up
right.
10
It
runs.
was mostly AA. My bad. Actually, it was actually
Well,
mostly high A, but it was all pretty much the same outside of his one start in AAA. But those numbers don't count. I want to know what his ground ball rate was, but I can't find that information out because they don't show it to you.
How dare they?
Well, I mean, just give me more stats, ESPN or MILB.com. Oh, well, if you're out there listening to us still on this live show, go check out Tomahawk Talk Pod. They've been dropping some new episodes lately. Go check out the Baseball and Stitch podcast. Are you guys on Apple and Spotify?
Yes, and YouTube.
And YouTube. So we are also on
Yes.
Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Go check us out. Go listen to some episodes. We both have some really cool interviews that are worth listening to. It's fun to go back and listen to some of the other interviews, like Grant Holmes before the season.
Oh
think
my
is
gosh.
like it's cool to listen to what guys have to say and like what their thought process is going into seasons, and then obviously with his injury before that happened, like he was really, really trending in the right direction. So go listen to those episodes. Go listen to those things if you're here listening to us and you enjoy listening to us. If you don't follow us here on Twitter, go hit the follow button. We put out, borderline mediocre content most of the time. Jackson,
I write
As
it.
good
I
as,
write it. It's above
Jackson puts
mediocre.
together some really nice threads for us. I write
As
a thread.
good
I
as,
write a thread
you-
here and there. I'll do more this offseason.
As good as your average 9 to 5 Joe can put out content.
That's right.
We sticking
That's
with
right.
the best of them.
That's exactly right.
We're hoping to get some interviews, some more interviews this offseason, including hopefully potentially a certain potential rookie of the year candidates.
Oh, all right. No,
I'm not trying to overspeak or overstep, but we could have a potential end to that.
What? Who is this guy? Who's this? Who's Mike Bell? Mike Bell ATL. Co-host of Dukes and Bell 929. Is that a radio station?
I
was
have
a
no
question.
idea.
He's an Atlanta.
Me?
He's an Atlanta guy. Atlanta's #1 sports talk show. He posted Brian Snicker did more with less. Bobby Cox did less with more. And Chipper Jones said, "You are without a doubt a clown. Only an absolute talentless gas bag would take this opportunity to celebrate a glorious retirement by crapping on the generational GM and manager that ignited the last 35 years of baseball relevance. You can't be serious with this post." Get him, Chipper. Get him. Dude,
Awesome.
also Talking Jake from John Boy on their stream, just wearing a baseball glove.
I'm still so out on the. I won't say anything. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Oh man.
I was more or
I
less
love
just
Trevor
remarking
Plouffe.
that it was funny that he's wearing. I was more or less just remarking that it was a funny move to wear a baseball glove.
I will
Nothing.
say this: Trevor Plouffe. If you ever see an interview or anything with Trevor Plouffe, listen to it. Awesome dude, great baseball guy.
Well, I think it's hard that I think the hard thing about Trevor Plouffe, I get his level of protection of the brand, and I don't think he's wrong about certain stuff. I think other stuff he is not right about when it comes to what they post and how they post it. But that's okay. Everyone's entitled to put whatever they want out there. But standing behind it the way he does feels excessive. But listen, everybody's going to protect their own brand. I get it. I love what he
I
says. A
don't-
lot of the there's a video of the Harper Homer off of Bueller. Just
I don't think I
dead
know
center
what did Trevor Plouffe do exactly?
in terms of just like life accomplishments, or
No, I meant like what you were referring to.
no, people were upset. Some people were upset that the Talkin' Baseball account down the stretch of the AL MVP race were posting a lot of videos of Cal Raleigh striking out and not posting anything negative of Aaron Judge. But it's hard. Like Aaron Judge was crushing the ball down the stretch and Cal Raleigh was not in certain spots. But like Trevor Plouffe immediately came to the defense and was like, if you think that we're an all Yankees account, you obviously don't follow what we post. And I was like, sure, that's fine if you want to think that. But listen, it is what it is. People want to defend their people. It was Mariners fans who want to defend their guy. I get it.
Yeah. No such thing as losing, just running out of time. Sounds like the Braves season this year. We just ran out of time.
Do we think if the Yankees drop this one, Aaron Boone is their manager to start Game 1 next year?
You know what? Me and my buddies were talking about that because one of my friends said that he thought pulling Max Fried last night was a fireable offense already. And I
Do we
didn't
think?
Oh, I
First
thought
off, do we
Jazz was
think
gonna
should he be,
hung up
or
on
then
that.
do we think he will be? Big difference.
I think he will be. I think it's hard because who else can manage the Yankees? The Yankees
Great
have only
point.
had 3 managers in the last 50 years. I think that's part of why you extend him last year. Is like who's the next guy on your radar? Like maybe the bench coach Brad Ausmus, but like probably not.
Skip Schumacher, baby.
No, he's gonna be the Rangers.
He could not handle New York.
No, but that's the point, right? Like I don't want to say that about him. Like I don't think. I think it's less about like handling New York, and it's more about like handling that front office. That's an aggressively engaged
Do you know who
front
can handle that
office.
front office? Do you know who can handle that front office and media? Tony Vitella.
Well,
Get him
I
over
was
to New
I was just going to bring him up. Apparently, I just saw something on Twitter
this is
that he
not-
had been named a possibility for Atlanta.
Guys, this is
With
not.
all
This
that-
is not college
with
football.
all that being
This
said-
doesn't
With
happen.
all that being said, that is completely fake. No MLB organization is going to consider a college coach. It is a different sport.
Yeah,
As someone
it's
who
not
works in
college.
Oh,
college
yeah.
football, it's not. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it is a complete. Maybe bring in like I've seen like pitching coaches going up and down. That makes sense. Pitching is pitching. I get that. A manager and a head baseball coach, that like no, that's not happening.
I'll tell you what, the
Well-
Yankees are doing a really good job of looking for something out over the plate against Garrett Whitlock. They're really not going after that low and in fastball. I applaud them for that. I have a question for you guys. I had a question. Oh, do you still like the A's decision to trade Mason Miller in
Yeah.
the middle of the season? Do you think they could have gotten
Yeah.
more for him this coming off season?
I mean, they
I'd like
got
to
what
think
the
not.
number
Yeah.
1 prospect, number 3 prospect in baseball.
Yeah, they got a ton. I think 2 top 5 prospects in baseball.
I think that makes your middle infield more athletic. You move Wilson to third or second or DH him. And I mean, granted,
That's-
they need pitching. They
That's the hard part for
need
me. Was Jacob Wilson
pitching.
that bad of a defender this year?
He was
no, but I mean, I'm pretty sure DeVries is a little bit more athletic.
Well,
No.
for sure.
but I think they need pitching too.
Who's a -2 OAA?
I
I
have
don't
to.
think they'll get any pitching while they're in the minor league park, but I think as long as you have this plethora core of hitters, just add to it until you can't, and then trade away the guys that are, you know, surplus basically, and get your pitching you need.
Yeah.
I have.
Because they
I
weren't going to
have
pay a
to-
Mason Miller.
No.
Yeah, and you have to imagine that they weren't going to trade him at the deadline unless they heard the offer, and they got the offer at the deadline.
And you think Padres fans probably in this moment feel pretty good about having
Oh yeah,
Mason Miller because they live in a more here and now. Like this year is a good chance for them. Oh boy. Look what you did. Oh boy. Wait till you see this.
oh no,
Are they going to challenge this?
you've got to.
Yeah, it's the 8th. They're definitely going to. There's no reason not to. Jazz was moving. Oh, it was 3-2, 2 outs. He was running on the pitch. Wow. Wow. That wasn't a bad changeup either. It's just down and into a lefty. It's just you're always setting yourself up to get hit a little bit. If you're not
I don't know
challenging,
why
you
they
just-
didn't go to Chapman though, with the lefty Wells hitting.
Yeah, you gotta wonder
Save it
about
for
that because
tomorrow.
it's 4 outs. But probably because it's a tie game and you want Chapman if you get to the if you want to see how far Whitlock can go. If Whitlock
Oh,
can
no,
get
he's
and
safe.
Whitlock's fine against and Whitlock's not bad against lefties. So I guess if your interest is try and get Whitlock, try and get the guy out, get to the 9th, and then you know you could go Chapman for 2 innings. You probably can't go 2 1/3. Because and not because of pitches or outs, but because you can't have Chapman sit on the bench twice before you can have him sit on the bench once before he goes back out. Can't do it to him twice. Oh
I got to
boy.
run the restroom real quick. I'll be back in a sec.
All right. Good luck. Don't fall in. It's an old guy joke. I didn't think I was the oldest. I didn't think I was the oldest guy amongst us. Found that
Yeah.
out last night. That's tough. It's tough
Hey, I
news.
turned. I didn't know. I thought Jackson was like 25. I didn't know he was
No, he's
almost
20.
3 years younger than
Yeah, he's a
me.
youngin'.
That's crazy. I mean, he looks like a grown man. Though.
That's all right.
I mean, he's got the.
This how many innings did I throw this year? I was gonna say this 30-year-old arm threw 50 innings of men's league ball this year.
I screwed myself this year.
All with your
I
arm.
absolutely screwed. Yeah, like I mean, I'm no pitcher by any means, but I
I threw
could,
46 innings. I went 6-0 in my 6 starts.
I'm no pitcher, but I could throw a little bit if needed. And we had a double A pitcher. He pitched in double A on our team,
Jeez.
and he was
mowing
throwing a
people
bullpen. And he was throwing a bullpen, and this was right before the first game, and I had the bright idea of going after him just to see how hard I could throw it.
Yeah,
First
you did
bullpen
that
of the
to
year.
yourself.
Yeah, and my shoulder was not the same the whole rest of the year.
Dang. Yeah.
But I mean, I did hit, like 500, first year fully switch hitting. So with a bomb too.
From the weaker side or from the
I guess from the power side, the lefty stroke, baby.
I will say when I started switch hitting when I was a freshman in high school because I was like pint sized, and everybody was like, "Listen, you got to do something for yourself here to try and help." So I started switch hitting, and I noticed immediately I could always hit the ball further left-handed. It's a more fluid swing. It creates a little bit more whip. But this past season, I tried out a brand new right-handed swing. Totally changed the game for me. Started to actually finally hit the ball because right-handed was what I what I had gotten, like what I started with when I was younger, but I was never a good right-handed hitter. I just think I watched my two older brothers be right-handed hitters, and I just assumed I was supposed to hit right-handed also. Peyton Tolley.
Yeah, I just saw that. I think the thing with me was, see, I wasn't hitting really good right-handed. I'm a bat to ball guy. That means ground outs on the first pitch. That means a little weak contact, but it means I'm not going to strike out. So I kept doing that. So we were blowing a team out like 19-0. I was like, screw it, I'm going to go left-handed, and roped one into the gap to the opposite field. And so I ended up going like two. This was the year prior. So I ended up going like 2 for 4. Well, the rest of the toilet bowl bracket, I went left-handed, only got out like twice. And one of the guys on the team said I was getting my hands in quicker left-handed than right-handed, which makes sense because my bottom hand, the hand that I'm using for direction, right-handed, is now my top hand. So it's so used to being able to stay inside right-handed that now that it's my top hand, it's just automatically just getting pulled in.
Yep.
So
yeah, hitting so
but
wild. I feel like I know too much about it at this point.
Yeah.
Because like golf's the opposite for me.
Which-
Golf, I feel like I don't know anything about the golf swing, but I do it way better and more consistently. Peyton Tolley coming in out of the bullpen. He came in out of the bullpen towards the end of the year, right? They shifted him there.
Yeah.
He was very
because
he was very
Conley
solid.
early was nails.
Yeah, I mean, I
He
think
didn't allow.
I
He
think
started 3
he's going
games.
tomorrow if needed.
He's got to. I mean, unless they're going Kyle Harrison, but Conley early would be my pick because he didn't allow
crazy.
more than 4 earned runs, I believe, in his starts.
So his innings out of the bullpen were 3 innings, then 1-1-1. He was basically striking out 1 per inning, and he was giving up hits here and there, but like a single run here and there. He gave up a home run in Toronto, a couple hits, and a walk in Tampa. But his last outing against Detroit, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no runs, 3 batters faced. I'll take that any day of the week. I mean, he's already up 1-2 on – this is the biggest thing, right? He's already up 1-2 on Trent Grisham. If you're going to come in this role, you have to throw strikes. The fact that he came in right away and just started pounding the zone, big. Wow.
And he's got so much more velocity, too. I mean, in the rotation, like he's 90, 94, 95. Out of the pen, he's 97, 98.
Are you really calling that a ball? In what world?
It was a little down and in, but
I guess it wasn't very well received because it was not the spot. They were trying to go down and away, but ABS, that's a strike.
You guys pro ABS?
I go back and forth. I think there's really only so much impact it's going to have. Jazz Chisholm's going to use up and blow two of them in the first inning every single game anyway. So what's the difference for the Yankees?
See, we were having that discussion. I think they're going to call hitters meetings, and I think it's going to be X amount of players can use it.
Absolutely.
And I think
you're going to have to earn it.
I think it's complete blatant obvious call. Like, yeah, sure, but like you said, like Jazz Chisholm first inning, nobody on, nobody out. Like you're not using that call. I'm sorry.
All right, it's a 3-2 count here. I was gonna say, what do you think he throws? I was thinking he was gonna maybe toss something off speed just because he's going all fastballs, but just pumping gas.
He's got to go heat. Did he K him?
Nah, ground ball to first base. Grisham just rolled
Not,
over
oh
second base.
man,
Sorry, Grisham just rolled over
Jeez,
second
that
base.
was right down the middle too.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Tolley was supposed to be the guy the Twins got back if they were to trade Joe Ryan.
Really, I like the Orioles going to try and trade for Joe Ryan this offseason, get 2 years of him. I think he'd be a real beneficial top of the line starter in Baltimore.
I'm wanting to see what the Braves do this offseason.
Yeah, both
I'm
Braves and Orioles need to make some moves. They're both in a window where they've got good enough offenses and players to win ball games. They just can't. You can't get yourself behind the 8 ball every game where you're chasing 3 or 4 runs by the 3rd inning.
Well, the Orioles, I mean, I told you when we were doing those
I
preseason
know.
spaces, I
I
told you they
know.
needed a starting pitcher. And I
Well,
mean,
their frontline guy is going to be Kyle Bradish. It's going to be like if you can add one more to Kyle
Chris
Bradish and Trevor
Bassett,
Rogers.
perfect
No,
fit.
I think if you can go trade for
You want Miles Michaelis?
if you can go trade for 2 years of Joe Ryan, add him to Kyle Bradish, Trevor Rogers, and then you've got Cade Povich
Sonny
and Dean
Gray.
Kramer. They want still. I thought Sonny Gray too. I said that same thing to Ryan. He just costs more.
He's 1 year. 1 year.
Yeah, like $25 million. I'm not trading for 1 year,
That's your last
$25 million.
If you
No.
have money for him and he's your last arm, go get him.
I guess. I mean, what do they say? You want 7 to 9 guys if you want to make it through a season, starters.
I think if you go get your one, you have him, Rogers, and you have money to go get Sonny Gray, you go get Sonny Gray and he's your 3.
I think between them, you've also got Tyler Wells, Dean Kramer, Cade Povich. You've got
When's Grayson come back?
Grayson's supposed to be ready by spring training, Mike Elias said. He got a
What did he get
debridement.
again?
He got a debridement, so he's been pitching the last 3 years with bone spurs in his elbow. And it's caused him to throw the ball weird, which I think has caused a lot of his lat and shoulder issues.
How is the
Uh,
Orioles bullpen?
Atrocious. It needs to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
I think
They
they're going to
they-
go.
at the deadline.
I think they're going to go get Robert Suarez. He's going to be a free agent. I think he'd be a really good piece for them to go get since the Padres probably won't spend the money that he costs. And
Dude.
they've got
if they got
Mason Miller.
Schwarber,
they've already got Mason Miller.
what's gonna happen with Adley?
Nothing. He's the starting catcher.
What about
Do you know who's
is it
three
Basayo?
Orioles?
Yeah, Basayo will be the backup. Adley will be the day one, and Basayo will mix in at first base and DH.
Do you know
Who's got
screams
better
Orioles bullpen? Phil Maton.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't hate that move,
That
honestly.
screams Orioles bullpen. He's
I'm
good.
I'm sure they'll go find a couple, middle of the road lefties so that they have left-handed presence.
We'll trade you Aaron Bummer.
Great.
Jojo Romero.
Sounds like a bummer. Jojo Romero. Yeah, you're just naming guys I don't want. But listen,
He's good.
Get what you
Jojo
can
Romero
get.
had a great year this year.
Jojo Romero did have a very good year. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I mean he had like a 1.6 whip, dude.
Oh, Willier just
Jeez.
absolutely hacking at 98. There's a big AB for Willier here. I like to think that if
Jojo
Willier
Romero
was
had
in
a
right,
207 ERA this year.
I like to think that if Willier was in right field there on that play with Jazz, Willier would have given a stronger throw to the plate than Nate Eaton did.
I agree.
But I mean,
Mm.
wow. Look at these guys just coming out of the pen, just throwing Ched. I love it.
Mm.
Absolutely no command. Just letting it loose.
Welcome to the show.
Just splitting the plate in half and just working up and down on both halves of the plate. Just letting it rip.
Oh man.
Yankee fans, when they pan to them, the worst. Just feels so obnoxious. I apologize to any of our viewers who are Yankees fans. For absolutely nothing. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for that. No, when Chase DeLauder dropped that ball today, I literally wanted to go hide in a hole. I was like, oh my God. And then he caught the next one and the Guardians fans went nuts for him. And I was like, that's a fan base. That's a fan base right there. They
Awesome.
get it.
Flax, the reference right there. The
Thank you.
reference you tweeted out made me so proud.
Thank you. Yeah, that's how I
I've
felt.
never been more proud to have my name in the bio of baseball on just Twitter than I did right there.
I do what I can to make you proud. That's actually all I care about. Who do we got? We got Duran, and then this is a Rafaela type of moment though, to tie the
This
game
is a
up.
Rafael type of moment.
Yeah.
This guy tweeted, these Google Cloud Analytics commercials are setting baseball analysis back 2 decades. It's the one where they're talking about like whether or not the guy who taps the plate once, twice, or none at all hit
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you know, but that's not a worthwhile stat for Google to give me. That actually
It's-
gives me
yeah.
nothing, no information worth having.
It actually probably makes me think less, if anything.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, you know what, guys? We need a run here. He doesn't tap the plate when he hits. He's pinch hitting.
What is it? 3-2.
Yeah, 3-2. 3-2, you just went fastball away.
Oh man.
I think you go back to the splitter that you threw for a ball, but you put it over the plate. Give me a 3-2 splitter. Oh, or you just dot one.
Wow.
Damn. That's a hell of a pitch.
Oh man.
That was a hair inside. I can understand Duran being upset because it kind of ran back over the plate, but that's always going to get called.
So potential game 3. I mean, who?
Should be Schlittler versus Early. What a matchup. What a
I guess
fun-
the Yankees.
That's next year's game 1.
The Yankees
No,
basically
it'll be
swung
Crochet.
their momentum, probably.
Fun fact: Early, my pitching coach coached Early in college. He started at Army.
Oh, that's sick. Can I
My
say
pitching coach
something?
recruited him.
Can I say something right here? And this is just going to be like, I know this is going to happen, so I want everybody listening and watching our stream right now to know that this is coming. There have been 12 times that these new wild card series have happened, I believe, since it was established this way. Not one time has a team lost game 1 and gone on to win the series. If the Yankees win tonight and then win again tomorrow, the Yankees just won. Sedon flew out to right field. If the Yankees win game 3 tomorrow night, I can almost guarantee you that Yankees fans will treat this the same as the Red Sox fans treated coming back from being down 3-0 in 04 in the ALCS.
Oh, absolutely.
Can
Absolutely.
almost guarantee it. Wow. What a game. What a game
They're
to be on
so
stream for.
insufferable.
Yankees take game 2, 4-3. We got game 3 tomorrow. More than
Do we
likely,
have any idea projections on who's pitching tomorrow?
it should be Schlittler and Connolly Early.
You have to go Conley
to.
early.
Yeah, no question.
Have to.
Yankees haven't announced Schlittler. Boston is still TBD.
Also, Tigers going Jack
does his
Flaherty
metrics
versus
look like?
Slade Ciccone,
Who?
and then Who's?
TBD. What is his whip?
it's higher than you'd like it to be.
Don't
But you
like
know
that.
what? But you know what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be. There's not much you could do about it.
And then I think they've got cash considerations playing tomorrow too. He hits lefties pretty good.
Yeah, he's gonna be in left field. He hits lefties really well, but unfortunately they're facing Schlittler, so hopefully he brings something to the table against the righty. I don't know. We'll see. But you got Tigers, Guardians. You got Flaherty, Ciccone. You got Darvish, Jameson Taillon for Padres, Cubs, and now you more than likely have Connolly Early and Cam Schlittler. I want 4 game 3s. I want to see it happen.
I don't.
So we either need the Reds offense to show up, or We need Zach Littell to go out and throw a Zach Littell type of game, which is
5
a
innings, a
dominant
two-run ball.
masterpiece, as we expect.
5 innings, a two-run ball.
I will say,
5 innings, a 2-run ball is
Even-
exactly what I'm talking about, Jackson.
even though the offense for both teams has been subpar, this has been a very good series, the Red Sox Yankees series. This has been everything that I think people were drawing it up to be and more. It has been a very good series. Now I think tomorrow will probably it's probably going to be like a 10-11 final. But
I think tomorrow night's going to be another pitcher's duel. Cam Schlittler's been really
Really?
good down the stretch lately.
could be. Alrighty, boys.
All right,
I'm gonna get off.
fellas. Everybody out there
Appreciate
listening,
y'all having
go-
me.
Go give Tomahawk Talk a follow. Go give us a follow if you're not already. Go listen to the podcast episodes that we put out there. Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Go look up Tomahawk Talk. Go look up Baseball Unstitched. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We will do another stream at some other point in the playoffs, postseason, whatever you want to call it. But for that and for us, that's it for tonight, boys. I appreciate everybody joining.